WIIFTBPM.
WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
Jackson.
If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like, man, he said. Randy said a Jukathon Day.
Man, we're about 60 years old. I be done had a heart
You gotta get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't.
You don't like that? Yeah.
I don't like that.
Because I'm the boss of this thing.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Every black holiday has something to do with calling off from work.
You're cool. I'm out.
How about National Join a Positive Black Organization Day? Because I don't want to be recruited. I don't want to be recruited and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
keep calling it. Give you some love and you want all of it. I'm out here working, nigga, get a grip. I'm just trying to touch a million, you just wanna coexist. I say you clingy and you contradict. Give you my heart, you think it's counterfeit. Give you my word and you won't trust in it. What's the point of loving me if you don't know what trust is? I need the is you give now. Please don't back down on me. I know you've got the attention I need. Put your pride aside for me. Oh, 'cause I need that ease. Put your pride aside for me. That ease. While I'm out trying to get that ease. Know that I need that ease. Put your pride aside for me, baby. You're insecure, it's driving me crazy. I'm trying to get it and you keep on saying, you need all my love, it's never enough. I put up with you for too long, now I'm over it. You want affection, I need money, I'ma call it quits. That is, that is, that is. Put your pride aside for me. That is, while I'm trying to get it, need it. That is, put your pride aside for me. Put it aside, put it aside, put it aside, put it aside, put it aside. Put your pride aside, put it aside. On me. Put your pride aside for me.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water and I think of all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. But won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Did you have to go to jail? Put your house on up for sale. Did you get a good lawyer? I hope you didn't catch a tan. I hope you find the right man who'll fix it for you. And are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair. Are you busy? And did you have to pay this fine that you've been dodging all the time? Are you still dizzy? Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Oh, stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over there? across the water. And I think if I was to think what you're doing, in my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, babe? Why don't you come on over,
WIFTBPM.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blotto. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Wake up, Chicago! Oh, wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Miss Ruthie MF and More in the building. Ruthie, what's up?
Yo, what up? Nothing.
See, Ruthie, you know what? You done slid in here a few days. You know you had your Hollywood slide in.
Don't
today.
worry.
But you been super like. Oh, don't tell me you're gonna go.
My
back.
energy is depleting.
No.
My powers.
Do I need to get you coffee when I come in the morning? What you want? Okay.
Nah.
You want me to hook it up? You
No.
just tell me I could just put it in my app and then be like,
That's
ding
nice.
ding, and then like you could just, I'll bring coffee and donuts.
Donuts.
You want donuts?
Some food.
What you want?
Food.
Hey, you know what? I was just thinking. You know what? Ain't nobody did. Ain't nobody.
Got
somebody could Uber. Somebody could Uber Eats us a meal or something up here. You know what I'm saying? Make sure. You know y'all be showing us no type of love. We be up here at 6 a.m. My coffee be running out. Nobody say, "Ooh, let me send them an Uber." A caramel iced coffee caramel iced coffee with 6 creams. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody ever say. You know what I was thinking, Ruthie?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I do think sometimes, like, you know, as big as the morning show is on the digital space and how much everybody wants to be on social. You know, I was thinking, like, you could be a super smart business owner and just be like sending stuff. Cause you know who used to be really good at this? The Chronic Chef for a minute. He used to pop up and be like, we'd be like, Chronic Chef, yeah. Y'all need to not Boosie either. Cause Boosie she be doing her business. But what we need some breakfast up here, y'all. Somebody send some. I want some. You know what I want? I want some potatoes. Like, who makes like some good potatoes with onions and, you know, like, you. So do you like smothered potatoes?
I love them.
I do too, man. I might have to make them one day because mine is out the chain. Have you ever had them with cheese baked on top?
No, that sounds like a casserole.
No, it's so good. Or you could you don't got to do it like heavy, like a whole.
I had them with sour cream.
That too. Have you ever had I want to do like a potato bar. Have you ever had like a mashed potato bar?
Oh, or like a baked potato bar.
Oh, baked potato bar too. You know, that might be a slick that might be a slick little thing to do. We need to tell Big Swill he need to do that up at his joint TP. Ruthie, yesterday I was hanging out up at Big Swill's joint on 55th and the Dan Ryan. And boy, I'm gonna tell you, people be coming in there like, hey, shout out to everybody who bought a What's in It for the Black People hoodie or a sweatshirt or a t-shirt. They bought all the stand-up shirts. I stopped rocking my stand-up shirt though because I thought it looked like the fist is a little bit too low on the front. So if you wear black pants and a black shirt, people be like, you happy to see me? And you be like, So anyway, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my girl Ruthie, MF, and more in the building. Shout out to my man DJ Reese the Ruler. Reese, how you feeling today? Go ahead, say it.
Blessed by the best, you already know the rest. But I'm feeling some type of way towards Maze Jackson, Ruthie. I'm not gonna lie. So about a week ago, we sitting here chilling after the show. So I go, hey, you know what, Maze, man, we should do a fantasy football league with What's in It for the Black People, right?
Okay, let's
days later, hold on. A couple days later, he posted on his thing. You know what he do?
What he do?
Hashtag Maze said, I'm done.
Okay, so can you check Reese real quick for me, Ruthie?
It depends.
Go ahead, Ruthie.
No, I just need more information.
Well, here's the thing.
Because I know you got a side. What's your side?
My side is there's nothing new under the sun. We already had a What's in It for the Black People Fantasy Football League.
You see this?
Henry Hartsfield won it 2 years ago. Then last year we had COVID and we didn't know what was gonna go on. Now, Reese, I'm not tripping though. I mean, I do think that you reinvigorated the idea. Let me not say you reinvigorated the idea. Okay, y'all, let me do this. Reese invented fantasy football. All right, here y'all go. No, I'm not gonna say that. Reese did say he wanted to do a fantasy football league. So you want to be the commissioner? You can. Right? I need a commissioner for the league. We've done it before, Reese. The reason we didn't do it last year was because I am not a good commissioner, right? Like, I'm just not. And it's like I got the great idea and like all the people be excited and I run, like once I fall off, like once I ain't in contention, I don't care no more. I don't even want, and it's still a whole league to go and it's a whole season. And then when I knew Henry was going to win, I really was like, I'm through with this. No. So we need a commissioner. We need a league. Brian Faust. I mean, I'm down with whatever.
No, I was just messing around. I was just laughing. Like,
no. But Reese,
just get used to it, Reese.
Right? Because I forgot. I thought that.
Get used to it.
I'm gonna do you like y'all. What was that? Did Google have that policy? Anything you thought about while you worked for them? That was theirs. Oh, and they got caught. The people was like, "Hold on, I made up this video game on my own," and they drop it. And Google was like, "Hey, did you do that while you was working for us?" Thank you very much. Did you invent Candy Crush? That's ours now. Thank you. So no, you know what? Because I sometimes I know how this feels, so I'm not gonna even trip out on y'all because I be having people tell me my ideas all the time, right? They be like, hey, Maze, people walk up to me, they be like, hey, you know what? What's in it for the black people? I came up with this new idea. What's in it for the black folks? You be like, Maze said. What can I say with said that don't say Maze said, but said because I said, because, so I'm not even tripping. So sometimes, Ruthie, I've adopted some of Ruthie's sayings, but sometimes Ruthie just be like, you can have it though. Cause she already know when it's good. She just be like, you gonna go in here. Cause you know I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna, boom, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna wear it out. Cause you know I was crackers don't crack, cracking, right? I was cracking it. Cause we wasn't even supposed to say that, right? I think we was like, white people gonna whip. What? I don't know what we said. Anyway, so just so you know, right? If it comes in the universe, it might go into the lexicon. But shout out to DJ Reese the Ruler, who on the off year reminded us that we needed to have a fantasy football league that we had the year before. Okay? There is a champion, right? Because I'm telling you, Henry Hartsfield be like, well, all last year, when we going to have a league? Oh, now y'all don't want to have a league because I won last year. Really, that is true, though. Right? Because, well, I'm telling you, I ain't going to lie, I'm the worst commissioner ever. I've come to the conclusion that, sometimes you want to be in charge of everything. I'd be like, y'all can have a commissioner. Because I really feel like if we did a real good What's in it for the Black People Fantasy League, where the commissioner wrote articles for the front page, right? And we took pictures. I'm in a league with the City Alert Fantasy League. That league is good because every week, like he do the Vegas odds on whether you gonna win, and it's all types of action. And I feel like if we did a What's in it for the Black People League, then what I want to do is do a fantasy show. Right? Where it's like you do the fantasy draft. Y'all understand how big fantasy football is?
It's huge.
It is huge. And so my thing is, and even like Big Swill about to start doing Sundays fantasy football at his joint, where if you want a private place, if you need a place to do your draft, if you just want to be around fantasy, because sometimes when you fantasy and you need a place to put your computer out, you can eat your food. Like most restaurants, you can't do that. At this joint, it's going to be like you can spread out, grab your table, eat your food, watch your score, get some Wi-Fi, and do all of that. And then just think on Monday nights, or think about kickoff, kickback, having a piece of that, right? Where there's a fantasy whole section where you're talking about it. Think about if we did a draft special. Like I need some real fantasy football players because if we do, I'll create the universe in the space with what we got. But I need the people that are enthusiastic about it to take it over because once my cuz I was in 4 leagues at one time too. And I'm going to tell you I had the most fun since I've been playing last year cuz I was only in 1 league. So cuz the problem is on Sunday morning I can't remember if I be hanging out with my cousin I be like, "Dang, on which some teams I be playing against myself." When you in multiple leagues, you be playing against yourself. You be cheering. It's an up and down roller coaster. You be like, wait a minute. And the challenge with fantasy is, I be mad at the Bears, right? You be like, Bears, I want you to win, but not that much, right? No! You be like, you score, but could you score only with 1 yard? Please don't score with like 10. Yeah, so the fantasy football league, and I also want women that play too. Cause it's fun. Did y'all know I had a men versus women league one time?
Who won?
The men, of course. Then one time I had a league where I said there's no woman in the world that could beat me in fantasy football. And so it was me against 11 women. Well, you want to talk about them every week I think I lost family members over that. Cause I used to talk smack every week. So anyway, let's get that cracking. And it can be a multi-tiered league. You know what I'm saying? Like we could have like a beginners. Like I just need some people that are willing to. I just need some people who are willing to run it.
Reese,
and then promote.
You willing to run it?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna do it, and I think we should probably do it. Well, I gotta ask.
Yeah, you gotta ask. Ask.
You know what I'm saying?
Bolingbrook.
You gotta ask. We could probably do like a special at TP or something. To get the. We'll see where.
Well, I think we should. No, I think we should do a fantasy football draft special. Like, and we invite all the people that's in it. Wear your jersey, do your thing, right? We could put it like we should do the What's in it for the Black People League draft at TP, right? That might, you know what I'm saying? That'd be kind of slick. And then what we should do is get a belt. Instead of a trophy, we should get a belt and it gets passed.
And that was on my mind too. I was like, you know what?
See? Ruthie. May's on the second, right? If I say, be like, yeah, I was thinking that too. See, I'm just telling you. See, Reese invented fantasy football. All right.
I mean, it just remind me of somebody that that invented crab legs.
I did invent crab legs in Chicago. I did bring the crab boil back to Chicago.
So I get it.
I brought the crab boil back to Chicago. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Y'all believe me. Carrie used to talk about it all the time.
Mays was the first black man to be in the circus.
I wasn't the first black man. I was the first black man to have a contract to take black people around the country. And that's how
Mays taught Common and Kanye how to rap.
I showed. Did you ain't see the video? I got the video.
Hey, you been here for a minute, Ruthie. You know.
You know he invented the cha-cha slide too, right?
I told you I turned it down. I turned it down. I'm just it's funny though. See, this is why I be having to get this. Why? Yes, you know what? I ran into a guy that I went to college with 2 days ago, and he was like, "Hey, Maze, I got the picture from when you shut down the Champaign Police Department." And I was like, you know what? I wouldn't even tell that story because nobody will believe me. He's like, no, I got the front page picture from the Daily Illini when you had everybody shut down the Champaign. I wouldn't even tell y'all the story because I knew y'all was going to do me like that. That's why I can't even be telling y'all the stories, man. You know what I feel like, though? Do y'all remember on Underdog? Remember Commander General Bragg? Did y'all ever watch Underdog?
Nope.
Okay, so on Underdog, just for real though, on Underdog, I did invent TK Kirkland. Stop it. No, I'm just joking. It's this story about this general, and he always tells the stories about these tall tales of whatever, and they be like, oh, here he goes again. But I'm telling you, it really has. I mean, that's all right. One day y'all gonna see. One day I decided. You know, I was thinking one day. Would it be like bogus if I just did like all the stuff that I said I did, I just started posting them as pictures? So all the presidents, all the governors, and then it'd be like, don't nobody care.
Somebody in the comments said, we thought George Washington Carver invented peanut butter, but it was Maze.
I told you.
Maze Jackson taught people how to walk on water.
I invented the chunky peanut butter. Thank you very much.
Man.
No. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Well, it is my show. No. So it's the Maze Jackson Show. How y'all doing, man? This is actually, y'all, okay, I can't mess with y'all in the morning. Yeah. Commander McBragg. Brian, I hope you followed up on that call yesterday, or I hope the mayor called you. Look, y'all, we are trying to get these things done. All right, real quick, let me run through some of these headlines. Dr. Arwady delivers the mask mandate. Indoor masks are required now. 5 days, I just want to note, it's 5 days after they declared the Lala 200, which was, they said only 200 cases of COVID from Lala. Now, all of a sudden, the whole city is shut down. I'm like, do y'all remember? Do y'all remember that? That's okay. And then I just need to point this out. Where the hell was the mayor? So what happened to finger pointing? Look, I got to bring we gonna have to bring the Mayor Lori Lightfoot cutout, because she is a shadow of her former self, because we need to remind her. She used to tell us what to do and curse us out and tell the little kids to go home. Now she was scared to come tell us about the mask mandate.
She ain't trying to hit them questions y'all gonna ask.
You mean, why you lie again?
You know, I think at some point, you see what the strategy, it reminds me of when Rahm was running for mayor, and he would never go to any of the public debates and things. He would just stand at the L stations and shake hands. And I think Lori Lightfoot is realizing that she can't win with the media. So she just like, I'm finna JB y'all. I ain't coming to the fair.
Okay. And that's she put Ruthie. She could just not lie and then it would be okay. Like, you cannot have just, do you realize she just said 5 days ago there was only 200 cases of Lala? The next 2 days ago, next day they put every state on the list, and then 5 days later they like, we got a mask mandate indoors, but no Lala, nothing. Shut your, and then okay, and I'm gonna tell y'all what, not to be funny, not to be disrespectful. somebody got to get some fashion consulting going on in the mayor's office, Joe.
What she have on?
She had on a Casper suit, which was because she was Ghost. But the thing with Dr. Arwady, when she turned to the right, Ruthie, you see straight through to the scalp. Straight through.
What you mean?
Straight through to the scalp. It's like it's no hair there.
Oh, maybe
it's
something happened. She could have a condition.
She should get over it. No, like
she could have a condition.
My thing is, and when those things, okay, I'm not trying. Do you wear a wig?
No, because then you'll be like, why she got that wig on?
And we don't say that about Cheryl Burton.
You probably don't.
I probably do. I just did. Anyway, that's okay.
Can't win.
You can't win. Yes,
can't
you
win.
can.
You want if she had on a hat, you be talking about she got a hat on.
Well, she had them socks on. I ain't say nothing.
Them socks was cold though. With them shoes, you know them was
the Lala socks with the Dr.
That was cold.
I mean, it is something I would buy. Picture socks with a picture of my face on them. I really would rock those. However, I just gotta say, yo, I'm not gonna talk about it because I don't know if those things are.
Sometimes you can't help certain things.
I know that. I was noticing.
Because I'm pretty sure if she could just brush some Rapunzel hair on, she probably would.
Bro, they got that spray stuff.
And then like Beijing?
No, but they got the kind for white people. It's not like, it's not the kind that runs. It's like you. Whoosh.
It's like fibers.
It's like, it just looks like hair.
I'm going to Google that.
Yeah, you spray it in. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. I want to welcome everybody from WBGX 1570 AM who joins us every day from 6:30 to 8 o'clock a.m. We surely appreciate having you guys here with us. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Look, we're going to go through some of these headlines when we come back, and then we are going to ask the social media question of the day. Should the mayor go to Officer French's funeral today? I'm kind of torn. It's like, you just said you can't win. It's going to be interesting. We're going to talk about that. I know we ain't supposed to, but we are anyway. Look, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Oh, it's the fibers? All right, Ruthie, you know what time it is. The fibers. They'll be like,
what else is going to stick to white people hair?
I thought it just sticks to the bald spot.
Mm-mm.
And it just makes it look like it's not. It's kind of Beijing-y, but it's not.
Beijing is like paint.
Beijing is straight up like paint. Like, I'd be like, really, dog? When you be in the bar, you ever see somebody get Beijing in the barbershop? I'd be like, really, dog?
I mean, it look good from far away.
Right.
It's just close up.
Or when it's hot.
Oh, that's
and
true.
It runs. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIFTBPM.
Church Chicago's Power Hour. I'm your host, Angie Mims, and
Terrence Keys, TD, a.k.a. Terrence Daniels.
I wish I had one witness in the house.
You got one. Got a couple of them. Got two T's.
Give me a testimony.
Oh, Lord. He's did it before. Oh, Lord. I got one. Something better. I got 5 reasons. 5 reasons. Oh, Lord. He turned it around. Turn it around. He woke me up this morning. Oh. Don't do this. Don't do this. Number 4? He woke me up this morning. Come on, number 3. Come. He woke me up. Oh, Lord.
He woke you up.
That thing can touch you. One of them 5s will get you. What's the second one? He woke me up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, my God.
And the number 1 reason. Number 1. Final answer. He woke me up this morning.
He woke me up this morning.
That's a testimony.
That's a testimony.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 6:35 a.m. and I am Reese the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, weather, and traffic update. In sports, the Chicago Cubs in action for Game 2 against the Cincinnati Reds. Ian with a homer in the 6th to help the Cubs win 2-1 and get Kyle Hendricks his league-leading 14th win. The Chicago White Sox hosted the Oakland A's. Lamb and Abreu would homer as the Sox would shut out the A's 9-0. In the WNBA, the Dallas Wings would beat the Chicago Sky 80-76. Over the traffic on the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop is 20 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare will be 17. On the Eden, inbound from Deerfield to Exchange will be 28. Back out will be 27 on the Eisenhower. Thorndale to the Loop is 34. Back out to Thorndale, just 29. The Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan is 47 minutes. Outbound will be 41. On the Bishop Ford, I-80 to the Dan Ryan is 31 minutes, and back will be the same. On the Dan Ryan, 16 minutes to the Loop, 15 minutes to 95th. DuSable Lakeshore Drive South, 7 minutes. That's 55th to Jackson, and Jackson back to 55th. On the north side of things is 8 minutes. That's Randolph to Bryn Mawr and Bryn Mawr to Randolph. Today's weather, it is currently 73 and will be a high of 81 with a low of 72. I'm Reese the Ruler. It's slick. Was so good.
I don't know what you did, but you did it right. Girl, you make it look so easy. Everywhere you go, there's turning left and right. Can't say you a dime, you're a 20-piece. Cause girl, you're the reason I be acting funny. Everything in me telling me don't let you get away. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your body, got not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nails done, when you put that clothes on. Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nails done, when you put that clothes on. Why you gotta look so good? I can look and see you're not an average chick. You're shutting it down everywhere you go. Girl, I want you as bad as I want a check. Cause you're sexy from head to toe. Girl, you're the reason I be acting funny. Everything in me telling me don't let you get away. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your body, got not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nails done, when you put your clothes on. It's something about you when you put your clothes on. When you're waking up straight out of bed, girl, why you gotta look so good? When you're at the job, just taking a break, girl, why you gotta look so good? In the club, turning up, why you gotta look so good? On the dance floor, giving more. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Girl, you know you be killing them when you be getting your own woman on. Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, your nails done, when you put that grown on, girl, why you gotta look so good? Girl, why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good?
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
for the black people, cause economically we are not equal. Waking up to lies, can't doze no more. I told y'all, yeah, this a dangerous show. Don't go to church if you ain't trying to help us. Don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies, not other politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze, it's Sonia, and Ruthie, and Todd, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect your oppressed to solve them.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie M.F. Moore. DJ Reese the Ruler. And Reese, you know what we did not do today? Get the soul plane up to 60,000 feet. So why don't you go ahead? Look at you. Look, Reese. Ruthie, he was like, I knew that. I was ready. I was just waiting on you. I was just waiting on you. You ain't say nothing. All right, y'all. Let me run through a few more of these headlines really quickly. It's Democrat Day in Springfield today, but there is a split party. I can't wait to see how this thing rolls out, right? You know, because we got a statewide election going on. We're having the state fair as if we don't have the Delta. Like, I feel like they be like, what virus? They be on TV and then they be like, what virus when they go outside? So we'll see how that all rolls out. But, Ruthie, this whole thing with the governor snubbing the Democratic Party of Illinois, that is a really amazing thing to be happening to me, considering. All right.
That we got an election coming up.
Yeah, but it goes to show, like, again, we the only ones that they expect to be unified. Like, we the only ones that got to be. And right now it's going to be a war between which team the Negroes will be on. Right? And it's like JB, I think, is sided up with the old school Democrats, and Robin Kelly is kind of like the new Democrats. And it's like you kind of torn, because I feel like as much as I love Robin Kelly, I feel like she's going to be aligned with the white people. Right? Like the white progressives.
I knew you was about to say the word progressives.
Yeah. That's the space to be in, right? And so it's like it's a weird space because, you know, they get to straddle this line. And so, like, you know, you would hope that Robin Kelly would appoint like a black executive director of the Democratic Party of Illinois, but not really. She did a white progressive girl. Right? And it's like, it's just, you know, it's like that's when you be like, man, when we got our own people, we want to pick. Like, when the white people come, they know, oh, it's sticking with us. Well, I almost feel like I told you, when we get black people, they got to pick white people to prove that they not too black. White people get the double bubble because they get to be white, and then you expect them to pick a white person. Why you laugh at me? Don't laugh at me. I'm serious. That be making me mad. Like, when the black person, it's like the black person naturally picks the white person, and even if the white person don't know what they doing, they get the benefit of the doubt of the curve. If it's the black person, pick a black person who don't know it, then the white people be booby trapping them. So then they have to leave. It's crazy. All right. Did you see the pharmacist? His name was, wait, let me see, because I think it's Tang Tang Zhao.
Something like that.
Tang Tang Zhao. Why you laughing, Reese? Tang Tang was selling vaccine cards.
On eBay, right?
On eBay.
How much?
I don't know how much, but they was the official
$10.
ones. Well, he sold 12 of them, and he is now charged with a federal charge. Oh, Zhang Zhang Tao. Zhang Zhang Tang Tang Zhao. See, Tang Tang Zhao. You say like Tang Tang Zhao. Yeah, you know. So can I tell you what? You know, that was one of the moments though, right? Where you was like, whew. They was like, next on the news, pharmacist accused of selling vaccine passes. And I was just like, oh. Then they said Tank. I didn't know if they said Tay Tay or Tang Tang. So I was nervous when I saw the NG Tang Tang, and then I saw the Zhao. I was like, whew.
Not us.
Right, not us. He was selling though. He wasn't selling knocks. He was selling officials. He was behind the counter taking the official card. And y'all, can I tell y'all something, Ruthie Moore? You are gonna love and hate this, and I'm gonna talk about it a little bit later. So, do you know they're now starting to do the vaccine mandates, right? Mm-hmm. We got to show, so when you get your vaccine, I thought it was kind of unsophisticated when I got the vaccine because everything was written. Like my card was handwritten, right? It wasn't printed out, and it had an official sticker that was printed on it. But it was written, like you wrote the notes in and blah, 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 blah. Like the old school, you went to the doctor and he signed your vaccination card. So do you know, Ruthie, that now, I was wondering how could they track if you, how could they verify if you really took the shot or not? But there's a number that coincides with the shot that goes with your card that they put into the system or whatever. So in every other state, as they're building out their vaccination passport, they're just matching the number on the shot with the person. And you just enter it into a database. Guess what they doing in Illinois? Guess who? Doing? They turned it into a contract, and guess who got it?
I hope who?
Experion.
Oh,
the credit company.
That be having the data breaches.
That be not only having the data breaches. I was just thinking like, yo. So wait, you sold our health our health information is going to be managed by the same people that verify our credit. Can they now put a credit? Can they now be like, yo, I want to screen you not just for your credit but for your health? You can't. Hey man. So that's a classic Illinois move, right? Somebody said, and I'm gonna tell you, Ruthie, somebody in Illinois, and we're gonna have to go dig up who is the lobbyist for Experion in Illinois. Somebody's got to go on the Secretary of State's website, Cyberdrive, and find out who is the lobbyist for Experion. Because whoever that is, whoever was able to convince our legislators to make this a contract that went to Experion, and you talking about vaccine hesitancy, have you ever heard a black person with a bill collector? No, you think about that. And credit, and you start tying the same people that are calling your phone at the house, and now they got your healthcare information, so you can't even hide. All right, I know y'all tripping. Y'all think I'm tripping. Experion is making dog. So I ain't gonna never answer the phone. Hi, this is Experion. You could be dying.
They'll text you.
Do they text bill collectors now? Oh,
you gotta opt out.
Man, okay. I'm gonna just tell y'all, that's kind of crazy. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later. But for profit, Ruthie, you've been talking about this healthcare and all that stuff and
data.
Yeah. Wait. Your health data though to the credit company? Yeah, no. And they've been breached. Like I feel like the credit companies got breached, and they still verify my credit score. What?
See, a part of it is just industries and emerging industries. Experion already got the infrastructure set up to handle large swaths of demographic and personal data and then be able to share it across X, Y,
the
and
dark
Z.
web too.
So it's like they got the infrastructure set up. So I get why they got the contract.
I get why they got the contract too, Ruthie. But I'm saying somebody else has to get why they shouldn't have the contract. That's the point. Like I just gotta say, whoever thought this up, and I bet you there's no way you could tell me legislators said, okay, there's no way the Black Caucus could have possibly said, we are rocking with y'all using the credit company agencies to verify our vaccine pass. That had to be some white people all in the room who didn't have nobody black. Because anybody black that was in that room that did not say, hey, yo, you want black people to trust you and you giving it to the credit card company? Yeah, no. Okay, we're going to talk about that Vax Passport a little bit later on because I got some more I want to talk about with that. The Madigan Inner Circle trial has a date. September 12th. They moving kind of quick, Ruthie. September 12th, that's next month. I'm going to have, we're going to have to send us a reporter down there. Like, I need to go, but we're gonna have to have us a daily update on what's going on at the Madigan trial, because you are watching the crumbling. Like, it's like watching the Roman Empire be dismantled, and you don't recognize that it's happening. But I'm gonna tell you, just sitting in the trial, I'm just going just to see who the witnesses are. I want to find out all the people who told, right? No, cuz here go my thing. All the people who told still walking around here like, what you talking about? So every day I'm gonna go to the thing. I'm gonna be like, dude that you talking to right now, he told, he tricked, he told, he tricked. Cause the white boys running around here still making money, all good. They still, Ruthie, the white lobbyists still be mad at me, right? They mad cause I be like, we know y'all got that money. That's all right though. Cause I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna start a knock on the lobbyist door campaign. Forget going to the legislators. Could you imagine? You think I could get up a squad of people that, if we knew who the lobbyists were for all of these companies that's been screwing us, you think I could get people to go, we could go visit them? Yes. You think people would go?
Yes.
I mean, could you imagine waking up and it's like 200 black people, you've been anonymously just taking millions of dollars up out of our neighborhoods? I'm going to tell y'all should find out who the Experion lobbyist is, though.
Man, look on YouTube. Somebody put it in the chat.
They did already?
Come on now.
I love y'all. Hey, shout out to YouTube. Hey, Facebook, YouTube whooping y'all. YouTube done decided that YouTube is trying to get me to switch the screens in the studio to YouTube and be talking to the YouTube audience, because the Facebook audience they said they like YouTube. The YouTube experience is different. I feel like the conversation is here. The YouTube is the listen and move on and do your work. Like the people on YouTube be like, I got things to do.
No, it's just YouTube integrates more with probably people's everyday devices.
Really?
Yes.
Y'all like YouTube? Y'all like Facebook? What if it wasn't on Facebook? How many people you think will watch on YouTube?
A lot.
You think?
And you could be anonymous.
See, that's what y'all be doing. Y'all be around there trying to say that sneaky stuff and then don't nobody know who you are. That's why them other joints be getting all the money, because everybody get to talk, but they could say anything slick and they be like, my name is Boo Boo the Food. All right, y'all. Did you see that the Forefront, Phoenix-based company, opens the largest cannabis grow house in the state in Matteson? It's like all the black people lined up to help the white people dig the hole to get rich.
Maybe they can offset them property taxes and people high property taxes. That's the move. Put that pressure on them.
Put the pressure on the cannabis industry to alleviate the property taxes,
because they down bad out there.
Oh, they are. Remember that, man? Did you see Maria Pappas's report
for them South suburbs?
She said the South suburb. Man, think about that. Could you imagine paying 42?
No,
you want to know?
No, I cannot.
There's never going to be a business in Ford Heights if they got to pay 42%. And you know who out there, right? Your mom, Neil. Okay, y'all. It's the Mace Jackson show. Also, did y'all see the poll that came out? Your girl Lori Lightfoot is now at a 42% approval rating, while 47% of the people do not approve of her. But you think that's bad? Man, they tripping on Kim Fox. Only 34% of the people are rocking with Kim Fox. But the poll showed out some. Gian and Emerson did a pretty slick poll. Some stuff that I think we'll talk about a little bit later. Look, y'all, it is the Mace Jackson show. Real quickly, I'm going to move to the social media question of the day. Reese, give me the big voice.
It's time for the social media question of the day.
Ruthie, should the mayor go to Officer French's funeral today? In case you all don't know, last week Officer French was murdered by Eric Enamonte. Eric Enamonte, was it Morgan? Mm-hmm. Killed last week. While at 2 officers shot, one is in the hospital fighting for his life. He was shot in the eye and a shot in the brain. Officer French was killed. At the hospital, when the mayor showed up to see the 2 officers, the father of the officer that is alive screamed and told her that he did not want her there. She proceeded anyway. And then when she proceeded, the police officer, and she went to go talk to the police officers, they all turned their back on her. Since then, Ruthie, The mayor has been under fire from the police, who have said that she has undercut them. She then turned around and added $150 million in the budget for them. Mm-hmm. But I gotta ask you, do you think the mayor should go to Officer French's funeral today? There's existing tension between the mayor and the police already. I think the public display of turning their backs on her at the hospital was small news. But I cannot imagine her having to walk up and walk through that contingent of police officers and them not seeing that as an opportunity to embarrass her regionally, nationally, because I do believe that funeral will be covered. Does the families want her there? And did I mention that it's been all over the internets that she was calling Officer French Officer Frank. Mm-hmm. So she was getting her name wrong as she was discussing her. Mm-hmm. All sets up to me an opportunity for the mayor to be tremendously embarrassed today at this funeral. What do you think? Should she go or should she stay?
I think it probably depends on the conversations she's had with the family.
Okay. I think the families have the final say. Do you think she'll go today?
You know, the mayor is never one to back down.
Shoot, she didn't show up for the mask mandate yesterday.
That's not a back down. I ain't gonna answer these questions. Maybe if she does feel the need to do, if that's a part of her mayoral duty, then maybe she could just modify her presence in some way. Like maybe just ride in a car with the processional or something, be low key with it. But I don't think it should be a public spectacle because the day is to, honor the police officer's life.
So you think she can leverage the solemnness of the moment to squeeze in and squeeze out? I don't know about.
I think if she just gotta go because she like, y'all ain't gonna tell me where I can go. It's a tough one because I think it's a balancing act between it's politics right now, and it's kind of like, what do you want the theatrics to be? Because theatrics, and a lot of it is, a lot of the funeral was going to be pomp and circumstance, a lot of it anyway. So does she want to mess up their ambiance? Does she want to be the center of attention? Would she risk the police officers possibly booing her or turning their backs? I don't think she would risk that.
So I would think that the police officers, hopefully inside the location, would not make a public spectacle unless, of course, the parents are with I feel like the dad of the other guy, he with the joints. He a straight up cop.
I'm pretty sure this question is at the top of the mayoral memo.
Right,
whatever they do,
it's
at the top. And they done analyzed and assessed and they done talked to the family, and that's probably how they basing their decision, because she can always say, I'm honoring the wishes of the family.
So what y'all think? Do y'all think? So let me ask y'all though. Now we just doing the Mace Jackson. Reese, you saw how they played her last time. They turned their back on her. She be lying all the time. John Catanzara is not gonna let this opportunity pass. He ain't. Some kind of outside, right? Some kind of way they can respectfully just be quiet. What you think, Reese? You go to the funeral?
I'm with Ruthie. It's all about the conversation, because if you don't want nothing to transpire at the place. So if she reach out to him, or like she said, be low key with it, just riding around, like when they headed to the little place, just hop in line with them and just head to the funeral.
Should she stand in line, or she should just walk to the front?
Just
be low key.
Yeah, just step out when they do it. Just sit back, show you paying your respect.
What you gonna do? Sit in the car? This the mayor.
Yes, and she could say it's because of COVID.
Hey, see.
Look at you. You gotta. Hey. You got to pay for that.
I did just get that one for free.
Whoever. Now I'm just gonna tell you though. But if she sit in the car, the police gonna take pictures of us in the car. She didn't even show any respect to the body. She didn't get out.
It should be a car with tinted windows. Just come pay your respects, Mayor, and just move on around.
Oh, the funeral's Thursday. My bad.
Because if she don't go, then somebody gonna say the mayor didn't show up.
My bad, y'all. The funeral is Thursday. Today is the wake. It's over at St. Rita too. I might have to pull my son up out of school today and tomorrow. There's a lot of police officers over there.
Maybe she should just go to the wake.
Ooh, because she just signed the book. Like, hit it, sign the book. Sign the book. You know.
Or don't sign the book. Just go in, go out.
Ooh.
I mean, it's kind of like, ain't that like a mayoral
duty?
Like, is it written in the policies and procedures? I don't know.
You gotta go. But I feel like all the rules have changed. Right? Like all the rules. No, seriously. I mean, never in my life would I have ever thought that I would see police cars burning on Michigan Avenue.
That's because the rules was fallacies anyway.
Okay, so should she
put in a place to uphold, to keep us subservient to the system?
Here it goes. The mayor calls the funeral home, arranges to have a private viewing of the body, right? And says that because I did it and there's proof, so she has her people take picture, right? And says, and then, you know, she'll do a social media post that says, in respect, I didn't want to draw any other additional attention, but we show respect to our fallen soldiers, our fallen police officers. Our prayers are with you, and then you move on, right? So she goes, takes a picture at the funeral privately with the body, right? And then
no photo.
You gotta have a photo, no paper, no evidence. Then they be like, you lying. Cause we can't, Ruthie, we can't tell her if she ain't got no proof, she be lying. Remember, she told us it was only 200 COVID cases. No, right? Then we gonna say, where you was at, Madam Mayor? She be like, I got it from Twitter. It's the Mace Jackson Show. We gonna take a quick break. We gonna come back. Y'all give me a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. Should the mayor go to the funeral? Hey, Reese. And then let's do this kind of quick. Let's hit this break kind of quick. Maybe easy. And then do your news, traffic, weather. Give us easy. And then let's go right back into it. It's the Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
WIIFTBPM. Broken screen? Crash system? Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact RPC Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support RPC Computer Repair and Print Shop, located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. RPC Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 7:03 a.m. And I am Reese the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports weather and traffic update. In sports, the Chicago Cubs in action for Game 2 against the Cincinnati Reds. Ian with a homer in the 6th to help the Cubs win 2-1. And Kyle Hendricks, his leading 14th victory of the season. The Chicago White Sox hosted the Oakland A's as Lamb and Abreu would homer, and the Sox will shut out the A's 9-0. In WNBA, the Chicago Sky will fall to the Dallas Wings 80-76. On the traffic on the Kennedy O'Hare to the Loop, 29 minutes outbound to O'Hare will be 27. On the Eden inbound from Deerfield to Exchange, 37. Exchange to Deerfield will be 23. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop, 36 minutes back out to Thorndale will be 31. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan is 33 minutes, back out will be the same. The Bishop Ford, I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 40 minutes, 34 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan is 21 minutes to the Loop, 15 minutes to 95th. DuSable, Lakeshore Drive, south, 55th to Jackson, 7. Jackson to 55th, also 7. On the north side of things, Randolph to Bryn Mawr, and Bryn Mawr to Randolph is 8 minutes. Today's weather is currently 75 and mostly cloudy. Today will be a high of 81 and a low of 72. I'm Reese the Ruler. Now here's Sparkle with Easy.
You see me, you see him, my best friend. He hold me down like anchors fighting the waves. Upon to my crime, yeah, I do time. Till I'm with you, I'll be counting the days. Yeah, ooh, been through so many things, but we always get through. Yeah, ooh, it ain't always perfect, but it's worth it. This is deeper than the surface. If I said I didn't love you, you would not know I've been frontin'. Wiped all my scars away like it was nothing. Took the parts of me I tried to hide to make them something, something. Like it was nothing. Ooh, so much, baby. Ooh, you know you drive me crazy. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Ooh, let me tell you why. You make it easy. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so easy. Say, easy to love. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so easy. Say, easy to love. I never thought that I would give it to you, but now I don't think it's the time. I won't do it. I think it's cause the way you talk to me. Know how to say it without making me feel little. You're gracious even when you pop off on me. When you get done, I got a little something to drop off on you. Because you earned it with the time you took to put it that way. You got me liking to get put in my place. If I said I didn't love you, you would not know I've been frontin'. Wiped all my scars away like it was nothing. Took the parts of me I tried to hide to make them something, something. Like it was nothing. Ooh, so much, baby. Ooh, you know you drive me crazy. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Ooh, let me tell you why. You make it easy. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so easy. Say, easy to love. Easy, you make it easy. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so easy. Say, easy to love. You make it easy. You make it easy. You make it easy.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA gets spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steel on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let this give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And up the seal carry, I Stay with the pipe. For Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world! This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my girl, Ruthie Moore in the building, plus DJ Reese the Ruler. You know, before I went to break, I was asking a social media question of the day. Should the mayor go to Officer French's funeral today? We all, I think, have come to the conclusion that it really is based on what the family wants. I think that's the fairest way to do it. Now, understanding that, do you think the mayor is going to go? Obviously, we don't know what the family wants, but if you had to bet today, and it's actually Thursday, that the mayor goes, do you bet that she goes, yes or no? Let's go to the live lines because we got callers. Anthony, what is this? 6 days in a row? You on a streak, man?
Man, I'm here to support the show, man.
I appreciate that, Anthony.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, hey, look, you know what, man? If you had nothing but a Kool-Aid stand, I'd be there supporting that too because we kind of think alike on a lot of things.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. I'm honored by that.
Anyway, I got a lot on my chest this morning. First of all, she's the mayor of Chicago. Like her or not, she's the mayor. Now, I don't like her. I ain't gonna lie to you. But she's got to go there. Okay? And see, there's an age-old problem. You know, the majority of Chicago Police Department is white boys, Irish out of Bridgeport and whatnot. And in their mind, always has been, they shouldn't have to listen to nobody black. They can't tell, black folks can't tell me nothing, you know. And it's rare that you see white folks working under black folks because they ain't trying to hear nothing we got to say.
That's true.
Your IQ can be higher than theirs. You can have better plans. They jealous because we should have this because they used to having everything. Okay, and to have somebody who don't fit the mold telling them what they can't stop her from going up in there. And she's got an obligation as the mayor of Chicago to be in attendance to this high-profile funeral. You know she headed to New York after she leave the fifth floor. She's going to follow her four fingers, you know, trying to be on in the national media spotlight, get her one of them gigs. So she can't, at this point, she's too invested to turn around. She got to go.
Okay. I think
and you had another social.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go. Go ahead.
You know, and you had another social media question about the violence and stuff here. Maze, you know, it's easy to blame the young ones, okay?
Okay.
But I'm in the 20th ward, so you know who my city council rep is.
My best friend in my
and
head.
You better put respect on her name. All right? You better put respect on her name when you call her. Anyway, I'm down here, man. Where's a job for one of them to get? Okay? The only thing back here is the rail yard. You're familiar with the ward. The rail yard is Hyde Park on one side and Bridgeport at the other side. And they ain't getting a job in either one of them. Unless they're working at Mariano's or Jewel's or something like that. There ain't no jobs for them brothers, man. So what they supposed to do? Not eat?
All right. I hear you. They gonna eat. We gonna eat. You know, the brothers say we gonna eat.
Well, you know, we've been somebody compared us to roaches. They say, we don't care what we do to them. They're still there. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I'll holler at you, man.
Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate you supporting the show, man. I appreciate you being with us. Hey, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I don't think the mayor can go and be inconspicuous, though. Like, I feel like she's going to have to, if she goes, does she make a speech? Does she sit in the front? Like, do they move out the way and get her spot? I mean, she can't sit in the back. I mean, I don't think she can go without making a scene. And if she don't get out, I think as the mayor, it's your duty to go. But I just don't know if they're going to, how will they respond? Let's go to Brother Frank. Brother Frank, you're on the Maze Jackson Show.
Hey, good morning, Brother Maze.
What's up, Brother
Sister
Frank?
Ruth and Mr. Ruth. How y'all doing? I agree with Anthony up to a certain point. She's the mayor. You know what I'm saying? There should be some kind of obligation. But it doesn't matter that she's the mayor. If the family don't want you there, you should respect it. You can be the president. Now, John McCain, family told Donald Trump, no, you can't come. You need to respect that. But I would do like you said. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you too, Brother May. I'll pull a cootie high on his butt. You know what I'm saying? Coach She died at the funeral, at the burial. Everyone was wondering what priest was. And as they all leave, they had left. They looked back and saw priest running across to the grave site. So he had his own room with her. I'll do something like that and bring my own guitar. So I can say, look, technically, Maze, no one cannot stop you from going to a cemetery and paying your last respects. I can go to the cemetery and pay my last respects at every grave out there if I want to. You see what I'm saying? But that right there will be my point. Like this, don't go to the services where they have someone doing a eulogy. No, don't go to that. Stay away from that. But go to the burial. They can't stop her from doing that. I think they're being very selfish and disrespectful. Okay, if this was Harold Washington, they'd be doing the same thing to him because of the color of his skin. It doesn't matter. We can't win, but you can't stop no one from going on their own, paying their respect. So you know what I'm saying? That's the way I see it. I'll put a coolie high on their butt. Thank you, Brother Maze.
All right,
Sister Ruth and Reese the Ruler.
We appreciate it. Thanks, Frank. All right, y'all. So is she going? Okay, so consensus, is she going or not? Yes or no? Do we agree? Reese, is she going?
To the burial, hopefully only.
Ruthie, is she going to the funeral?
Incognito.
I'm going to say she's going to go. Will there be a police response or reaction to her showing up?
If she don't show up, it's going to be a reaction.
No. I mean, like, will there be a demonstration? Like, will they turn their backs on 1, 2, 3?
That's outside? Why I do want to know what the planning was like for the back. They're like, okay, y'all, the mayor's en route.
Right. Well, you know that.
All right, countdown. We got to count down.
That's part of the reason she didn't want the police to be her CPD patrol. Remember, she went and got the feds, but the Fed dude quit too. The U.S. Marshal. So it's gonna be interesting. So y'all tell us in the comments if you think she gonna go. I'm gonna make it a poll question tomorrow. I'm gonna make it a question. We gonna bet. Let's put a bet down. I bet y'all $50 she go.
The Fantasy Politics League.
Oh, we should do that. We should do what would the fantasy politics game look like? We'll talk about that and how you draft. That's okay. What you trying to get put on for, Brandon? What you trying to do, dog? It's the Maze Jackson Show. I know you want to be part of the Maze Jackson Show, don't everybody?
Man, everybody trying to get up this early.
Oh, dang. See, Ruthie, you just be under. Look, Ruthie, see? There I go.
I'm just saying.
There I go, putting it on the rim. Ruthie smacking it off, right? Here go the layup, right? I'm gonna set you up for the slam, for the alley oop. Look, he throws the pass. He puts it up. Ruthie's going to dunk, and she throws it to the other end of the floor.
No, I don't.
Dang, Ruthie. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Okay, let's move on. I'm gonna change questions. All right. All right, did y'all see yesterday that the mayor, excuse me. The mayor did not deliver the mask mandate. She sent everyone's, well, I can't say she's everyone's favorite doctor. Because I think that's, what's our girl? Dr. Ezike. Dr. Ezike.
Oh, you better say that again. Say it again.
Audrey Tanksley.
Thank you.
Dr. Audrey is our doctor. She the official medical doctor of What's in it for the Black People Media. But yesterday, Dr. Arwady came. So first of all, I got in my car. And, I listened to a news station, right? I'll tell you, I listen to BBM FM. And as I'm listening to it, I get in the car and I turn on the radio and I realize that they're having a press conference and it's Dr. Arwady talking. And so, if they stop the shows to talk the news, it's usually the mayor or the president or the governor. So imagine my surprise that as Dr. Arwady is talking, they say, now for questions, there's no mayor. They are delivering the biggest news of the season going into fall.
No, it's the biggest setback.
Go ahead. Oh, so this is why I'm saying the mayor didn't show up.
That's why she paid that lady to show up. Take them bullets. Take them questions.
She need to pay us some more. She need to pay us some more because I'm just telling you, it was just this time last year when the mayor was pointing our finger at us and telling us what we better do and stay inside and you better mask up. And she had the whole moral authority. And I'm going to tell you, remember, she had all the memes and everything. And it was, Lori said, y'all out here barbecuing and y'all was loving it. Is that R&B music? And what did she say? Was it R&B music and barbecue I smell? Get in the house. Remember? Hey, Miss Mayor, is that you the mayor? Move around. Get out of our neighborhood. Remember all that? Well, that has gone away. And now, remember, she was touted as one of the strongest mayors in the nation in leading this fight. And then yesterday when remember? She was remember the TV commercial? I'm going to have to play y'all back the Lollapalooza commercial. That's what I'm going to do for y'all. Because y'all be forgetting stuff. Y'all was all excited. Like, woo, we got Lala. We all back. She was like, this is a safe. Then she told us that it was only 200 cases, and I told you so. And she had all types of people out here telling her lies. So then after she told us it's only, hold on. She came out last week and told us it was only 200 cases. 5 days ago. Then 4 days ago, after she tells us there was only 200 cases, then she announces that almost 14 other states have been added to the list of who cannot travel into the travel warning list. Yesterday, they announced it's only 4 states that ain't on the list. And they announced a mask mandate. Mm-hmm. Now, y'all, there's a few things in this that are bothering me. Remember I said, when she told us there was only 200 cases, I said, you a la. And everybody was like, you be tripping, man. See, if everybody would have followed what Chicago did, then everybody could have safe events around the world. They literally came out and told us that if New Orleans was Chicago, they could have had Mardi Gras if they did like we did.
Who said that, Mace?
The mayor. Oh, no, excuse me. It was Dr. Arwady.
The mayor.
No, Dr. Well,
I'm just saying.
Well, she about to be default. So again, they came out and touted. I was literally watching Bill Maher yesterday, the rerun, and one of the guys on there was quoting Mayor Lightfoot saying, "Oh, Mayor Lightfoot had Delilah and only 200 cases in the whole. Like it was only like 200 cases, and everybody, all of us knew, right? They set us up for the okie doke already because before Lala, They said it's five. During the Lala press conference, as Lala's going on with 300,000 people gathered in one spot, they say, but it's these 5 black zip codes over here that's really going to cause the outbreak. Y'all got to get vaccinated. Y'all, 2 weeks and 3 days from Lala, the complete incubation period for COVID, we are now in the midst of a mask mandate, of which, when it was delivered yesterday, now just think about how important this is. You are saying that everywhere in the city, it is a citywide mask mandate. The mayor don't even show up. She don't even show up, Ruthie. Like, she ain't, I'm saying, come on now, you hear the beep, you are now being interrupted. We are going to interrupt our project for Dr. Arwady? No, dog, that's See, who said that yesterday about, was that Alderman Bill, who said if everything is good, who be taking credit? But when it's bad, the crime ain't her. Yeah, I gotta ask y'all, first of all, and then I need for y'all to understand this. This is how I felt this is how I feel. Dr. Arwady ain't the boss of me. The mayor ain't the boss of me, but Dr. Arwady sure ain't the boss of me. She is not the authority figure in the city of Chicago that gets to put the hammer down. Like, are you really intimidated if Dr. Arwady... Well, I'm not intimidated if the mayor either. But again, Laura used to look at the camera and be like, I am not playing with you. I don't play. Remember, she used to be like, I will shut you down. Where's she at? So yesterday, we find out the biggest setback since COVID. We are now at COVID rates higher than January, when we couldn't even come outside. And Ruthie said she ain't coming because she ain't want them questions because you're a liar. It's just crazy to me.
Think about it, Maze. What questions could have answered? We know what it is at this point. We backtracking because we have like 400 cases per day, which is was the threshold, which is the CDC threshold. So what type of questions would they really be asking her that wasn't facetious?
Well, not facetious.
I mean,
but you let us out. You said
facetious. Why you let us out?
No, how about this? Madam Mayor, what are the next steps now that we are approaching? Should we be preparing to be locked down?
How would she know? She don't know. Nobody knows. LA got an outdoor mask mandate, and we only got an indoor one. Seem like we a few steps behind.
I don't like talking to you sometimes because you be taking it.
I'm just saying. Goodness gracious. So everybody just flying by the seat of their pants based on what they think is the best thing. We know Lala wasn't a good idea. Everybody know Lala wasn't a good idea.
Does everybody?
Everybody knows that Lala wasn't a good idea.
Or did they know it wasn't a good idea when they started?
Everybody knew. But you know what? The almighty dollar ruled out. Saving face ruled out. The Delta variant crept up. And they just had to roll with it. They just been rolling with it. And that's what they doing. They just rolling with it. So now we got the mask mandate. Put your mask back on. Then they gonna tell us we need a booster shot. Then just like LA, we finna get an outdoor mask mandate, and then wintertime gonna come, and we gonna have another surge, even worse than what's happening now, because we on the come up. Is it enough boosters to go around?
Well, how about this?
It's just too many questions, and nobody got no answers. So people need to stop acting like they authorities on stuff. And it's a shame when you can't trust the people that are put in front of you that you're supposed to trust. And then they wonder why nobody trusts nobody. They wonder why it's medical mistrust. Then they want to try to blame black people. Come on now.
So that's my point, Ruthie.
It's sickening, honestly.
I feel like it's been sickening. And I feel like...
Pun intended, right?
Yes. And I feel like we've been lied to for so long. It's like, I really do feel stupid trying to tell... I'm not gonna say feel stupid trying to tell somebody what to do, but we don't even got to discuss the vaccine. I mean, we don't even got to discuss. We got to discuss it because it's a factor. But I feel like I don't know who to trust. I do think it's kind of crazy.
You can't trust none of you. Literally, you. But then my thing is, don't try to make me feel crazy for not trusting it. Don't try to make it seem like it's something wrong with me because of all this misinformation. We supposed to be wearing, I got to wear 4 masks now? 4 masks, 2 shots, 1 booster. Come on now.
Know if it worked.
Jeezy Pete's. After LA put in an outdoor mask mandate, y'all know California be 5 steps ahead of everybody.
So are you wearing a mask? So you wearing a mask outside?
I don't know. I don't know. That's the problem. I don't know.
It's so crazy to me.
And now they talking about go back into these office buildings. Yo, this is absurdity. This is theater of the absurd.
Let me ask you. Do you think that and I'm gonna say the government, but I'm gonna say Democrats.
Uh-oh.
Do you think Democrats rushed to open with the vaccine as a counter Trump move? Right? Like, I feel like they pushed this.
Well, from what I can remember, because remember this all ain't happened that long ago, right? And I think part of it was a whole bunch of Trump was just off the deep end with it. So it made it that if you had a moderate people in charge that at least told you to put on a mask, we thought, oh, okay, this is much better than Trump talking about it ain't no, like there's nothing wrong. So it made small government moves like a mask mandate or the limits, capacity limits. It make it seem like good governance because of what we saw the alternative was and is across in some states. So it make us feel, a little bit more secure, some of us. Now I recall that when the vaccine was supposed to be like the magic bullet in a sense, and people really hedged a lot of their bets on the vaccine. And so because what else you gonna cling to? It was just like clinging to hope for something to keep the people from going crazy again. Remember when people went crazy for a minute? The whole United States, right? So that's what they've been doing. They just been kicking the can down the road. And yes, the vaccine is an important development in the blah, blah, blahs and blah, blah, blahs. But we hedged a lot of bets on this vaccine. So much so that remember they was offering people, you could take your masks off if you get the vaccine.
So much so that they started lotteries paying you $1 million, a shot at $1 million to take the vaccine.
Free joints.
Dang, like free, like people was going to jail for that. Like if I was outside trying, think about the gravity of that. And free joints, free beer, a shot and a
free
beer.
Lolla tickets.
Free super spreader tickets. Are we going to call it a super spreader yet? Like, I just got to think about the fact that they released 300,000 people unvaccinated back into the universe, into the cycle, and then said it was only 200. If you don't get see, that's the thing. It's like y'all keep getting caught in lies. The mayor is she who speaks with forked tongue. And that's why she didn't come out there yesterday to me. She didn't come out there yesterday because it's a whole list of lies. Just listen to you. You ain't said nothing that was on my paper. And I got a whole list of lies. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Let's take a quick break. We're going to get a little music and we'll be back, and some traffic and weather, and we'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIFTVPM. Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
Maze Jackson.
If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like May said. Randy said a Jukathon Day.
Man, we about 60 years old. We done had a heart attack.
You gotta get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't.
You don't like that? Yeah.
I don't like that.
Because I'm the boss of this thing.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Every black holiday has something to do with calling off from work.
You're cool. I'm out.
How about National Join a Positive Black Organization Day? Because I don't want to be recruited. I don't want to be recruited and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
No. Ooh.
Pressing
things in life. I wanna take you downtown. And show you all the finer things in life. I wanna take you down. I wanna take you down. I wanna take you down. Show you all the finer things in life. I wanna take you downtown. Show you all the finer things in life.
Lake Shore, I made sure to make sure, that my place yours. 28th floor, I had 8 thoughts, all 8 yours, cake for dessert, but I ate yours.
Take you to New York, Chicago, LA, Houston, down all over London, Paris, the A, the Bay, everywhere, fly all over. Your last boy couldn't get what you asked for. Your last boy didn't even know. I'm gonna take you down, downtown. Show you all the finer things in life. I wanna take you down, downtown. Show you all the finer things in life. I wanna take you down. 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 I'm gonna take you down, downtown. Show you all the finer things in life. I wanna take you down, downtown. Show you all the finer things in life.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media Radio? The time is now 7:38 a.m. and I am Reese the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports weather and traffic update. In sports, the Chicago Cubs will win as they took on the Cincinnati Reds. In with Homer in the 6th to help the Cubs win 2-1 and get Kyle Hendricks his league-leading 14th victory. The Chicago White Sox hosted the Oakland A's as Lamb and Abreu with Homer, and the Sox will shut out the A's 9-0. In WNBA, the Dallas Wings will beat the Chicago Sky 80-76. Now on the traffic, on the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop is 30 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare will be 25. On the Eden, inbound from Deerfield to the Exchange will be 37. The Exchange to Deerfield will be 31. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop will be 39. Back out will be 37. Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan is 33 minutes. Outbound will be 35. On the Bishop Ford from I-80 to the Dan Ryan will be 39 minutes, 29 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan is 21 minutes to the Loop, 15 minutes back out to 95th. DuSable Lakeshore Drive is 8 minutes all around. That's 55th to Jackson, and Jackson to 55th, as well as the north side, which is Randolph to Bryn Mawr and Bryn Mawr to Randolph. Today's weather is currently 75 and mostly cloudy. Today will be a high of 81 and a low of 72. I'm Reese the Ruler. Now, back to the baddest morning show in the land. It's the Maze Jackson Show, of course.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in it for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
the black people, cause economically we are not equal. Waking up to lies, can't doze no more. I told y'all, yeah, this a dangerous show. Don't go to church if you ain't trying to help us. Don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies now, other politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze, it's Sonia, and Ruthie, and Todd, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect your oppressed to solve on.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore. We trying to find Reese the Ruler. His camera not working right now. It's still spinning, so I'm going to take it off, and maybe we have to come back to it. You might have to reset it again. But look, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. Maze, Ruthie, and DJ Reese the Ruler. So, y'all, trust or no trust? Who do we trust in... Who do we trust in City Hall right now? Like whose voice, who when they come to the podium should we be like, you know what? We could believe. Do you trust Dr. Ruthie? You
it depends on what it's about.
Okay, what about this COVID? Who can we trust about COVID? Top to bottom. Who you trust? I'm really not liking it when you do this. Once again, I put the ball on the rim.
No, I don't know. That's a tough one. It depends on what they say. Okay. I think you gotta sort of use your discernment with everything that they telling you.
Yeah, these people are just...
I mean, because really, it ain't... I don't know if it's necessarily seeking to mislead people with misinformation.
Is it providing hope hustlers?
Not just hope hustlers, but also... they don't know themselves. And as a leader, you can't be like, well, y'all, we just really don't know what we doing. We all finna die. Like if they say that, then people gonna start buying more tissue paper.
Do you think we're gonna go back to lockdown?
Probably not. What's gonna be the, you know what? It depends on what, they keep on moving the measurement thresholds. So I think the thing that's gonna probably send us into a lockdown quicker than anything else is gonna be if the hospitals start like getting out of control.
What you mean in Chicago? Because the hospitals are already.
I'm talking about Chicago. Okay. That's what's gonna send us into lockdown.
I don't know, Ruthie. This is just, you don't know. You don't know, yo. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Had a couple notes. High Park Summerfest. Shout out to Jonathan Swain and his crew and Dave Jeff looking smarter and smarter every day for deciding not to. Because can I tell y'all what would have happened if they held that? We was going to go. And can I tell you what? They would have got more blame than Lala. They'd have been like, 2,000 people left a 2,000 person event and... Yeah.
I think it was the electric slide they did.
It was when they did the Casper slide. They gave everybody, distancing. They weren't social. To the left. They kept bumping into each other. That was the white people. I'd be like, can I tell you when I was in Jamaica, though, the funniest thing was to see the Casper side come on and every white person run to the floor. And then they doubled down with the wobble. White people was wobbling. I couldn't even get it. They had it. Coronavirus free at last in the city of Chicago. All right. I want to talk about this for a minute because so as much as Chicago Tonight plays me, Ruthie, you know they have never had me on Chicago Tonight. Ever. As much as we refer to them, I gotta tell you, I love Brandis Friedman. I really do. Mm-hmm. It's something about she got the white sister girl. She has perfected how to be a sister in whiteface. You know, because it's like she knows she on the all white people station, all white people show. And I know she got some, you know, I seen the pictures. Mm-hmm. But you could tell when she having a sister moment. Especially like when she talk about Lori Lightfoot. She does it just so wonderfully. I just don't even know how to explain it to you. She just got like this snide way of being like, and so by the way, and soon after she said, it'd be like, you know she's lying, but she says it in such a professional way. I'd be like, ooh, could you imagine if she said that how she really wanted to say it? Anyway, so I watched Chicago tonight. Big Brandis Friedman fan. I even like Paris. Schultz, not Schultz, Schultz. You know, I've talked to them a couple times. Be like, how come you don't put me on the show? They be like, yo, sorry, though. We talk about that a little later. Anyway, so I watch it constantly. And what I've started to do is I used to watch it all the way through. And now it's like, if I don't see nothing in the preliminary that I want to see, I watch, get to the politics, and then I turn. But yesterday, they started talking about the vaccine verifications. And I ain't gonna lie, I've really tuned out, right? When they start talking about vaccines and vaccination plans, my eyeballs be like this. I'll be like, turn, babe. I'm like, I'm about to go make tacos yesterday. By the way, it was Taco Tuesday yesterday, and I snapped.
Where you bound from?
I made them. I told you where I get my beef from, right? Mm-hmm. Salt and pepper only, Ruthie. No, salt and pepper on the meat only. Nothing else. Straight salt and pepper. Steak was epic. Skirt steak, salt, pepper.
Skirt steak. Ooh.
Oh, Ruthie done been upgraded at Chicago Cut. Well, that's a taco steak, though.
Skirt steak. Dawn said that's supposed to be for breakfast or tacos.
I had Taco Tuesday, dang it.
Okay.
Not scallions. What they call the ones? The other shallots. Little shallots mixed in up with some rep. I did onion, cilantro, shallots, cilantro, a little cheese, and then I fried the corn tortilla shells myself.
Cheese. What kind of cheese?
I'm a cheddar cheese dude.
Oh my goodness.
On tacos?
Black people know they can turn a taco black.
Cheddar cheese. Well, it's black when you put a slice of American on it. Right. Anyway, I know people that do that too. Like, you gonna put all this good steak, you gonna slap some American cheese on. Did you see that picture of the people who put a slice of American cheese on a mohawk? You know what, the giant mohawk.
Oh, the tomahawk steak thing?
Oh, I said mohawk, tomahawk. Yeah. Look at Ruthie checking me. Anyway, Ruthie, so I wasn't planning on watching the vaccine and the segment on the vaccine pass. And then they had this black girl on there that was talking about the ethics in vaccine in technology. And she was black girl from California, black woman from California. And she pointed out that in Illinois, that the vaccine pass is going to be widely accepted. But in places like New York and LA, the vaccine pass is tied to the number of your shot. And the program, your verification is pretty simple because you give them the number on the shot. They say, they go in and they match it in the database and they say you're verified, and then they send you your little pass that you can use. Because I'm just telling y'all, if they telling me I got to carry this vaccine pass, it don't fit in nothing. And then it starts to stick to the case, and if you start rolling it up and putting it in your back pocket, it's going to turn blue. So I'm already nervous about my vaccine card. So I'm okay with the vaccine pass until I found out that, unlike other states, in Illinois, the vaccine pass is managed by Experion. Now, who is Experion? Experion is the credit management agency. What is it? Experion.
TransUnion.
And what's the other one?
I can't think of the other one.
But there's 3 credit agencies. And I thought, like Ruthie initially, it made sense for them because they have this infrastructure. But then the next thing that I thought about was, Well, first of all, they said that while everybody else is rolling out their vaccine passes and they're pretty accurate and they get it done quickly, in Illinois, there's been glitches and that it's a lot slower process because Experion is handling it and it's not direct to the shot vaccine. They go through all of this other stuff. Ruthie, I gotta be honest with you. So the first thing I said was Equifax. Thank you. The first thing I said was when I heard that was wealth is legislated. Then I thought about you talking about the emerging industries that were happening in the healthcare field, which is is the biggest and most expanding field ever, right? Like right now, that's like the largest area of growth.
Health technology.
Bingo. Go ahead, tell it, Ruthie. That's what it is. And then I thought about how things happen in Illinois, right? And how wealth is legislated. And how somebody said, hey, man, there's a vaccine pass out here and people are going to need it. Let's monetize it. And then let's pass legislation. I don't know if there's legislation or if there is, it was just an administration decision to put out for bid the ability to manage our program. And then it makes 100% sense, Ruthie, for someone like Equifax, because they're going to lay out all of the technology and all of the things that can happen. But two things. One, they're hacked. Two, I don't know how I feel about a for-profit agency, a for-profit company being able to sell my healthiness back to me. Right? So I got to go to a company for-profit, and they, I think right now, are the only people who can verify you. So now I gotta go to these people who have a monopoly on my health to get my information to be able to go eat at a restaurant.
So, two things this make me think of. It says that Experion is going to be used to like verify people's identity, right? Because like you said earlier, most of us are already up in the 3 major credit reporting bureau systems.
Right.
So it said that if you have a freeze on your credit, like some people put freezes for like to prevent like identity theft, you got to unfreeze it to get verified. But then you could probably, I would recommend maybe freezing it back. But then it says that the thing that they're putting it into is it's called the Illinois Comprehensive Automated Immunization Registry Exchange, or iCare, which I've heard of this before. And I also know that with iCare, you can sign, you can get, you know how like sometimes you can opt out of stuff? iCare, I think you can opt out of something related to iCare. Maybe like people, certain people being able to access your data or something like that. But with all of these systems, sadly, we're gonna have to read the fine print to figure out some of the legal ways to protect your information as best as you can. But it's gonna be buried away in them boxes that you probably gotta check before you can hit submit to get registered.
That's why you need to get an iPhone now.
Well, with the iPhone last week, if you go into your iPhone tips, there's a newer feature that you can put your health records into your iPhone, and then you can have your doctor to like sync it up, and they can send like your results and everything like right to your iPhone.
Pass.
So it's happening.
You see how these fools still on iPhones right now?
It's happening.
So now take all of that and then add the next layer, which is credit. Right? So now think about when you go to buy a house. They could say on your credit report, yo, this is an unvaccinated person. Or this is think about the merger of credit, your credit history with your health history to be presented as a dynamic package. Man, I gotta tell you that somewhere in this, there needs to be a little outrage here.
Outrage about what? What we gonna be outraged about? The state they're doing us a favor. Do you want to carry? You just talked about how you don't want to carry around your little piece of paper.
No, Ruthie. No.
That's what I'm saying. That's how they're billing this. This is
right, but I'm
helpful.
saying this is me and you talking, right? So we understand that that's how lobbying works. So I'm gonna tell you that you need my system because we're gonna be way more sophisticated than you just tracking. All I want is a piece of paper. I don't want a comprehensive analysis. I want you to send me a piece of paper that says the number on my card is the same as the shot that I got. Thus, I don't want an integrated. I don't need you to get my social security number. Hello. The number is on the damn shot.
How they gonna verify your identity?
How did they verify when I got the shot from the number?
You likely had to show ID, right?
So show me my ID, but show me a different system. This is what I'm saying. When you go to the people to get the card, make there be a verification system, but you're not finna sell it to Experion.
Listen, this is the slippery slope between public and private.
And again, they're now think about this. They are now forcing, the companies are making the decision. As you talked about. Look, y'all, we are about to wrap up on the Maze Jackson show right here on WBGX. We got about 4 more minutes.
I'm mad.
But y'all, I think y'all, I first of all, I would have never even thought of that. I was no, I'm not saying I wouldn't have thought to do it.
I was gonna say, because I know you could think of some stuff.
Well, Ruthie,
you're not as nefarious, like, against, like, helplessness.
See, I feel like this, though, like, this is a lot of tools in the toolbox. This is a whole lot of level of access. And then the other part that bothers me is, like, again, Experion, they all been hacked. Right? Everybody's hacked.
Not just that, but they in a major way.
Right. And then here go my lit. Every time I go to my Amazon, it's like, yo, you need to do a password checkup because we were part of a breach.
You know what really is identity theft.
Ooh.
Like, so now I got somebody in, I ain't gonna name out no countries that are known to steal identities.
Nigeria?
But now I got somebody over there talking about they Ruthie. Like, so honestly, to me, the best recommendation is if you don't need to utilize your credit, like to buy a house or get a loan or whatever you need to do, unfreeze it, get up in the little system, and then freeze your stuff back. So at least you will be alerted if somebody's trying to steal your identity and now your health information.
Check this out. What happened when they call you and say your identity has been hacked, so now you got to come in and verify your shot? What happens if it gets hacked with your healthcare information in it?
They gonna say, well, we're keeping those things separate.
Just like so remember, like, I'm gonna tell you,
they billing it to us as a one-time thing that you have to do. But we know that data lives on forever. They ain't just about to delete. They gonna keep it somewhere.
And not even somewhere safe. I quite frankly, I believe that they created the dark web so that they could force us to start buying. Think about this. They get our credit, and then we got to pay them to protect it because they're faulty. So now here's what Experion gets to have all of our, and now the state will spare no expense to protect your health records. Now they've generated a whole wealth line of income on your health, and then they're gonna sell it back to you. They're gonna mess it up, and then they're gonna sell you it back. All right, y'all, got to say goodbye to the WBGX audience. Hey, y'all can still continue this conversation. We're going to be live on the Maze Jackson page as well as on Maze Jackson on Facebook, the Maze Jackson channel on YouTube, plus Twitter and Twitch. Ruthie, you breathing heavy. What's up?
None, I'm just thinking about data and what are some personal things that you can do to protect yourself when you feel like that you ain't got no protections. And with this vaccine identity registry stuff, really the best thing you could probably do is to keep your credit report frozen unless you need to use it for something, because ain't nothing worse in the world than having your identity stolen, but now your vaccine status stolen too.
Dang, what happened? Somebody gonna have a baby on you. We talk about, like, I'm not the father. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. I promise.
Hey, but you know what they do every time these big major corporations have a data breach, all they do is give you 3 to 6 months of monitoring service,
and then you pay for the rest. Then they got you hooked on a whole new service. Cause then you be like, oh, dag, I'm back loose. Like, I feel like what are they? So why they ain't using the stuff that they selling us to protect it? Like, so wait, you get my credit, you jag it, and then you charge me to protect it from you?
You making too much sense, Maze.
I'm just saying. And then, no, here's what really makes sense. And then, with the most sensitive information that you could possibly have, we gonna give it to the people. So they gonna be like, hey, we sold your we saw your credit. I'm gonna get an alert that said we saw your healthcare records on the dark web. Pay us $39.95 a month and we can get it back for you. But you got it from you.
Think about it from this perspective, right? If you do register yourself in the registry, then they gonna know if you don't take the booster or the next shot you got to take, because you're gonna be up in the system and it's gonna say, oh, you ain't get the next one. So that's something to even think about.
My body all over your body.
What did that come from?
Body. It's your body. It's your body, babe. It shit made me think of Keith Sweat. My body all over your body,
It's
babe.
too much to think. It's too much. Honestly, it's a lot. It's a lot.
The devils are busy. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Hey, y'all, let's take a quick break. We're going to play a little music. And then when we come back, we're going to talk about the next topic. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Maze, Ruthie, and DJ Reese the Ruler will be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTVPM.
I'm blessed.
Church Chicago's Power Hour. I'm your host, Angie Mims, and
Terrence Keys, TD, a.k.a. Terrence Daniels.
You got an inspirational word for today?
Oh, man, I'll be honored. Giving honor to God. Hey, man, on Sunday morning, it's early, so we got to give honor to God.
Yes, sir.
The good word for today is don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
Oftentimes in our life, in our walk, in our days, in our journeys, we find a way to just worry about so many things. And we just want to encourage you today that those worries is God's responsibility. It's God's responsibility, because at the end of the day, what we worry about, most times we can't handle it.
Yes.
If we would agree together, we can't handle it, so we have to give it to God. That's His responsibility. And our job is to simply believe.
Yes.
Simply believe. When we believe, the Bible says all things are possible.
Come on through here.
I believe that alone. I feel my seed
already.
I feel seed coming.
So be anxious for nothing. Even the Bible says don't worry about anything. In Matthew 6:33 says don't worry about anything, but seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these other things be added unto you. So we're here to encourage you.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 8:03 a.m. and I'm Reese the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports traffic and weather report. In sports, the Chicago Cubs win 2-1 and Kyle Hendricks gets his 14th league-leading victory. The Chicago White Sox hosted the Oakland A's. Lamb and Abreu with homer as the Sox will shut out the A's 9-0. In the WNBA, the Dallas Wings will beat the Chicago Sky 80-76. On the traffic on the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop will be 36 minutes. Outbound will be 27. On the Eden, inbound from Deerfield to Exchange will be 45. Exchange to Deerfield will be 39. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop, 54 minutes. Back out to Thorndale will be 37. On the Stevenson, from I-355 to the Dan Ryan will be 37 minutes. Outbound will be 34. On the Bishop Ford, from I-80 to the Dan Ryan will be 43 minutes. 28 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan is 21 minutes to the Loop, 16 minutes back out to 95th. DuSable Lakeshore Drive, south 55th to Jackson is 10 minutes. Jackson to 55th is 8. On the north side of things, Randolph to Bryn Mawr, as well as Bryn Mawr to Randolph is 8 minutes. In today's weather, it is currently 77 and mostly cloudy. Today, expect a high of 81 and a low of 72. I'm Reese the Ruler. Now here's some Slick J with Addicted.
Oh, baby. that you're here with me and everything, but since you just left a few hours ago, I've just been going crazy. And I done come to realize one thing. Oh, baby, I miss you. Yeah. Ooh, baby, oh, darling. Whoa, whoa, oh. Your love must be some kind of drug, baby, 'cause it just keeps on calling me, and I just need a hit of your love. It's got me shaking and feeling for your touch. Baby, of you I can't get enough. It feels like I done OD'd on you, babe. I'm addicted for you. Can't stop loving, 'cause I can't get enough of you, babe. 'Cause I'm so addicted to you. This must be love. 'Cause I can't get enough of your love. I'm so addicted for you. Can't stop. I need you right now, baby. I'm so addicted to you. You're always on my mind, my mind, my mind, every day. It's been too long since I had you in my arms, and I don't know if I can take any more of being without you. Even though it's only been an hour, it feels to me just like forever. And I am hoping that I can see you soon. See you soon. I'm so addicted. Lord have mercy. I can't be without you, baby. Oh no, not for a minute, not for an hour. I can't get enough. I'm so addicted. Woo. I need to check myself into some kind of rehab, 'cause I need some help. Somebody help me, please. Please. Ooh. La 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 la. I need to testify this evening. Oh Lord, have you ever loved somebody so much that you just can't get them off your mind? Oh, I'm so addicted. Oh Lord, 'cause I can't stop loving you, my baby. Oh darling, oh darling, I love you, I love you. This must be love. I've been overdosed on your loving. Can't stop loving you. I've done overdosed on my baby. So addicted to you. Without you, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Ooh. Oh, I'm addicted.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts. Man, Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to Senate. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm the seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Reese like, you went too long. It's the Maze Jackson. He look, we was talking, man. Uh-oh. Don't be mad because y'all want me to tell y'all what Ruthie said on the break.
Ooh, which part? Don't say none of it.
Look. Well, I'm sorry. That's one of my favorite jokes in the world. Hey, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson.
If y'all don't want Maze to say something that y'all said, you have to give him a disclaimer to say, Maze, don't say this.
Right, because
otherwise it's open season.
I got a shirt that says, I have a podcast, right? Then there's one that says, the other day I heard, right? And it starts, that's how it always starts, right? I hear a story, and then I be thinking, like, no, you know what? Ruthie, let me stop. I can't even tell your story, but I just need to tell you. When y'all go on vacation, do y'all vacate or do y'all like run around?
Explore. You got to explore. May said, you don't explore on vacation.
You know what? I'm going to tell you. When I go on vacation now, and it's probably why I keep going back to the same places. Ruthie, there was a time when I used to go to like Jamaica and I'd be like, I got to go down to the island and go. And I'd be going all off into the woods and hanging out with the people. I mean, I done rode up in the mountains and seen where the people ain't got no water and they naked and all that type of stuff. And they just be doing it. And I was like, that sounds cool. I rode the horse from the top of the mountain right into the ocean.
Wait, naked like poor or naked like nudist?
Naked like poor. They got naked like nudist too, though. Okay. But I was naked like poor. Naked like nudist, though, ain't like it is on TV. I'm just telling you. I feel like most of the people that's naked on TV, you be like, oh, I want to go to the nude beach. Well, I'm going to tell you, I went to the nude beach, and most of the people that went to the nude beach is naked because they clothes too tight. I'm just telling you. I be like, ooh, you had surgery? How many?
Oh, my goodness.
You be like, oh, my goodness. It ain't, I used to watch Real Sex on HBO, and you like go to Hedonism or something, and you go look,
Hey man.
Yeah.
Hey Joe. It is not what the. It is not.
It ain't like it's on. It ain't like it is on TV, huh?
It's just kind of like the lesbian thing. Like when you see lesbians on TV, you be like, "Well, hello." You be like, "Well, hello there." You be in real life. You be like, you be in real life. You be like, no. Like I'm telling you, like on TV. Like
everything is different on TV.
Ruthie though, but like when you see like lesbians on TV, not you, but like
lesbians on TV.
Yes, like I think that is okay on regular TV. I don't have a problem with that, especially the ones they put on TV. But when you go in real life, it just don't seem the same. I'm not making any judgments, but they sure don't look the same.
Does that also extend to men kissing?
I don't ever watch men kissing.
You seen men kissing on TV?
I turn the channel. I'd be just ask Carrie what happened. I'd be like this. Oh God! I had to turn from. That's why I couldn't even watch Oz, and now I had to be like, oh Lord, no, it's too much. No, I can't. But I'm telling you, I always say, I don't think there's anything wrong with being a lesbian.
In real life, lesbians kissing, it's not like it's not better than on TV.
I've never seen lesbians kiss in real life.
Is it
You've
Wednesday?
Never seen lesbians kiss in real life?
Where would I see a lesbian kiss in real life?
Oh man,
I'm just saying. I told you I got attacked by a lesbian one time. Remember?
What?
The video? You don't remember that? I'm gonna pull that up for you.
No.
Remember when she came and she tried to poke me and she was like, and I was like, I didn't know what to do. Like, should I? Like, she stepped to me like a dude.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Right? And I got the video. It's on YouTube. It's about a few thousand views on it. But she tried to come at me and she poked me and all type of stuff. And I was like, now, the second that I do, you treat me like a man, but the second that I treat you like a man, I'm going to jail.
Bruh.
What?
That's what you should have said, bruh. Come on.
Oh my God. I'm just telling you. So it's not the same though, Ruthie. Why is that? Like, I don't.
Nothing is the same on TV.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's not take this too far.
Okay, we don't gotta go too far.
But it's the same reason why there is why PORN has messed up people's sex lives.
Yeah, because I don't know nobody. Man, them videos be kind of, I be like, where they do that at? You be like, golly. Hey, man. Y'all done came a long way from a brother finding an old Playboy. I'm just telling you. Man, I told you, growing up, I used to be like, I get the Sears catalog and try and erase the bras off the underwear section. Nah, dog, I'm scared to know what my son know, because if you type
you better not type nothing.
If you type SCX on your phone, hey man, it's a lot.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is Wednesday. We should have a conversation about porn one day.
You gotta at least spell it, man.
PORN? Mm-hmm. You can't say porn? I mean, it's after 8. I'm just curious. Like, I would like to have a conversation. Like, do women watch it?
Do they?
How can you get away from it? You accidentally type in anything.
How you can't accidentally type in.
You can. You know what the worst thing I did one time.
What
is? I typed in. I was trying to look up something in like White House.
Okay.
Is like a bad site. It ain't the government, so if you don't put .gov, you might be messed up.
Really?
But it's kind of easy to accidentally find explicit materials.
Yeah, but like, do you stop? Like, do women stop? I'm curious about that. Do women actually watch it?
I think a lot of people watch some type of content because you cannot escape it. Even on regular TV, some of that be a little risque. Don't let you have no premium channels. You be like, whoa.
I'm gonna tell you.
If you listen to the radio, that's PORN.
I'm gonna tell you, if I see a movie now and if it ain't got an R, I ain't watching.
Man, but you get an R for anything nowadays.
Yeah, but at least the R you gonna get a peek.
Maybe.
They don't give you an R for cursing no more. That's PG-13. You get an R, you might get a little. Like, I just am curious though. Like, does every? I am curious.
I think you have to consciously, like, it depends on what you want to put into your mind.
Is it shame? Is there shame with it?
I think it's shame associated with a lot of stuff.
Why does it depend on what you're looking at though?
I think it's shame associated with a lot of stuff.
Okay.
It's the same reason why some people still are ashamed of like marijuana and things like that.
Good Lord, hey, don't. My cousin said stop talking like that.
I'm just saying, people be ashamed of a lot of stuff.
My cousin said he ain't embarrassed about nothing. You be talking about him. He ain't ashamed. He said he smoked and quiet. I was talking to people, like somebody was telling me, some people was telling me they smoke outside. Do y'all smoke outside?
What? Where else would you do it at?
Bar mitzvahs, graduation.
Wait. No. So wait, do y'all parents know y'all smoke?
Oh my God.
My mama get a kick.
I don't smoke. I don't even know what you talking about because I know my mom and my daddy listen to this show.
See, that's what
I don't know what you talking about, man.
That's your cousin. We don't
trying to put people on blast.
I'm saying, have your parents adapted?
I don't even know what you talking about. To what?
To the fact that cannabis is legal.
I don't know what you talking about.
Everybody thought it was always legal. What you mean? It wasn't legal? No, okay. So one of these days we're gonna have like a sex, drugs, and rock and roll conversation.
Y'all ain't finna get me caught up. I got a whole image to maintain.
Right after you just said,
I got a whole image to maintain.
Right. Okay.
What you talking about?
Ruthie, you ain't never peeked at the channel?
Never.
Did anybody ever watch the channel? Did y'all ever
Channel
have
15? When you got the free, when it was free.
That's the Kankakee channel.
That's the Kankakee channel.
HBO used to be 15. And like when it was like a super premium channel, and then like you could get it for like
way back
a little bit of time. You know how you get them little free trials?
Yeah,
y'all remember them free trials?
3 months.
I don't think it was 3.
It was. Trust me, that's how I had cable for a majority of my life. Listen, my mom would get that 3 months, and once it's over, that was it. We'll like rig it in the back and get like the little other channels, but no movie channels. And then once the year was over again, she'd order again. She'd be like, all right, y'all, which 3 months you want this? Which 3 months you want this year, yo?
Do y'all remember when you could get bootleg cable?
Mm-hmm.
Man, remember? Can you still do it? I don't think they can do it now. Somebody, Negro brothers.
I think since it's digital now, it's a little bit harder to do.
Yeah, let me tell you. Do you remember when the cable man would be in the alley and everybody be like, Dad? And then the cable man used to come in the alley and just be like, click, 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 click. He just cut everybody's joint.
You won't even hit a fix mine. You was fixing the next door neighbors, bro. They ain't got nothing to do with mine, bro. This ain't your job. What's wrong with you, bro?
Oh, my God. Anybody know anybody that could... Have you ever had your lights, power, or heat turned off? This is not on the paper. Have you ever had any of your services disconnected?
Yep, and we ran that extension cord to grandma's house downstairs.
I grew up in poverty.
Well, I didn't grow up in poverty. But I made very poor choices as an adult.
Have you ever had to boil your hot water?
Man, show you right, Ruthie.
I feel like we had to boil hot water.
He don't know nothing about that.
Don't know nothing about that.
And yeah, because no. You had to boil the hot water.
This for the bad, just let you know that.
Gary, like maybe this is a freestyle out. 6 to 8 was great.
This ain't on the paper. I don't know how this went this way. This ain't on the paper.
Have you ever had to boil water? Okay, so
yes.
I remember
you was rich, Maze.
No, I wasn't.
You was rich.
We was middle class. We were lower middle class.
Did you have an antenna on top of your house?
Yeah.
Not a dish.
No, we had an antenna. We didn't have no cable. Remember, Reverend Jackson was like, look, we had to hook up. My boy Eric Ralph was the first cable installer we knew. He had a job installing cable in high school, right? You know how somebody get the come up job? No, but you know if somebody get the come up job in high school, he was making like $20 an hour installing cable senior year. We had the green box in our backyard, and he was like, Mr. Miss Jackson, I turned it on. They was like, cable is the sin of the devil. There will be no cable in the house. So I watched 257-9 until I got to college. Nah, Ruthie, I told you our parents had the poverty. I told you, I feel like my old man used to just do it just to be bogus. Because I don't even know how you could find a car with only an AM radio. I think we had to pay more just to have the AM radio, just to prove that we wasn't going to... Yeah, dog. I used to be like, really, dog? For real? All right, y'all. This is the Mace Jackson Show. Wait, what's the boiling water about, though? I feel like one time my water was cold, and my mama would boil a pot, and then she'll pour it in the cold water and be like, ooh, it's warm, get in now. I remember something like that.
No hot water, so if we
how you ain't got no hot water, though?
You don't pay the bill. What you mean? You got no hot water.
Man, cooking on a crock pot, a hot plate. We ain't got we ain't got nothing. What you mean? Like,
bro?
Man, I'm telling you.
Wait, you cooked
you
on
a silver spoon, baby.
No, wait, you cooked on the
hot plate. That's how we gonna eat. Hot plate, crock pot. What you mean? All the little accessories. We boil the water using the crock pot, man. Listen, you don't know.
You know what we need to do? You know what we should do? We should do a show on what things that we did as kids to survive.
Well, things you didn't even know, like
right,
things that your parents had to do.
I feel like
to help you survive.
One time, I do feel like we was short of something because I remember I had worked like 2 weeks, like 40 hours, and my old man was like, "Let me get that check." I was like, "What you want to do with it?" I said, give me the check. I'll never forget that. I was mad to the mug. And he didn't even give me none of it back. He was like, because I can. I was like, oh, gosh. All right. So I'm just asking y'all. You know, I was just thinking about that. Okay, that wasn't on the paper, though. All right, what we got on the paper to talk about at 8 o'clock? Oh, the Madigan Circle is on trial. It's back. I don't know. I feel like it's almost sort of like anticlimactic because I feel like I broke all of this stuff almost 3 years ago. I laid it out, and now kind of everything that I talked about is coming into fruition. In case you did not see the Madigan Inner Circle, which I would say is not truly the Inner Circle. Mike McLean is the Inner Circle. I think the rest of them are part of one of the schemes that he put together that Mike McLean engineered. Ruthie, they set a trial date. I'm going to call it the precursor to the trial of the century in Illinois. I don't think that if Mike Madigan gets indicted, that to me will be the trial of the century in Illinois. I can't think of anything bigger. I think if Mike Madigan goes to trial, it'll be even bigger than Governor Rod Blagojevich. I think it'll be bigger. The only reason it won't be as big is because he removed himself from government before they had a chance to take him from it.
Who?
Madigan.
You think he removed himself?
Yeah. Oh, no, let me tell you what I think. I believe that
he milked it out for a minute, though.
He milked it, and I would tell you
he actually bled it dry.
I would tell you that he probably still could have been the speaker if it were not for Cam Buckner, Lamont Robinson,
or the reshaping of American racial politics.
And once
just
again, Ruthie, I put it on the rim and Ruthie smacks it off.
I'm just
like, you're like, we not scoring these 2 points. Not these two.
Madigan ain't getting it. He ain't getting these 2 points. You got to shoot it from the perimeter. Don't bring that shit in the paint.
I'm going to tell you, I think, I think that the speaker saw the handwriting on the wall, the changing racial dynamics and differences. And so that's why he did not want to have the Illinois General Assembly meet. It is when his hand was forced to have the meeting that the downfall began. But Ruthie, I think the thing that probably nobody gets about this Madigan thing is how much power that this guy wielded. And the dismantling of it, in my mind, should shake Illinois politics to the core. Why? Because there's probably nobody that we know that is elected politically that did not have to, at some point, kiss his ring. I mean, you think about it. When you had to go see Madigan, he made you come in the back door, climb up a back flight of steps as an exercise. You know how you talk about me hazing people? Can you imagine being a 55-year-old grown adult and this fool tell you, come meet me at the back door, climb up the fire escape where someone will meet you, and you do it? And you want to be the Supreme Court judge, you want to be any of the top people that we know, he made them bow down. And now, Ruthie, we are about to see the wings picked off of this. This case truly is going to be the case of the precursor to the case of the century. Now, what we also heard was that yesterday the judge asked would there be a superseding indictment that would hold these cases off until after September. The Fed said, we don't know. We're not talking about that. We got to deal with this right here. And so September 12th, I think we need to cover that. Like, I feel like we need to have somebody down there providing insights. You know why I think it's important? Why? Because, Ruthie, even how we were talking about this Experion thing with the healthcare, I think as we watch this trial, we will see we will see the intricacies of how this operation ran our state into the ground. How they stole our power, how they chopped it up, how our livelihoods was fodder for their vacation homes, how black wealth was pimped and plundered, and we're going to hear all about it. So I think, just like I need some fantasy football people, I'm going to need some court reporters. We're going to talk about it all when we come back. Plus, did y'all see them polls about the mayor? And the mayor and Kim Foxx and what Chicagoans think? We're going to talk about all of it when we come back. It's the Mays Jackson Show.
The Mays Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTV PM.
Reach the ruler. This is Week Ho Wednesday, and to my right is Everybody's Women Crush Wednesday. My co-host, the one and only Todd. It goes, love this show, y'all. I'm dealing with a guy. We have been dating for 9 months. In light of everything going on in the world, he has been voicing his opinion about situations, and I don't agree with any of his views. I love everything else except his opinions.
Damn.
How do I fix this? FYI, he's white.
It's about to be a white boy summer.
So could that be the issue?
For sure. Just come out different when it's not coming from your own race. It's just never been something I'd be like, oh, I date Bill.
I'm just a Bill. Yes, I'm only a Bill.
I don't really like light-skinned guys. I don't like pink.
Yeah, pink. So like it's like you see it.
Pink tip. It be pink.
And then pink on the tip.
I don't like.
So have a light-skinned guy have a dark tooth.
And then it look dark, so it's nice off to me.
Okay, so
I feel like it's supposed to be pink because they light-skinned. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want it to be dark because then I'm gonna say you dirt.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 8:32 a.m. and I'm Reese the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather update. The Chicago Cubs win 2-1 and Kyle Hendrick gets his league-leading 16th victory. The Chicago White Sox hosted the Oakland A's. Lamine Abreu will homer as the Sox will shut out the A's 9-0. In the WNBA, the Chicago Sky will fall to the Dallas Wings 80-76. Now on the traffic on the Kennedy O'Hare to the Loop is 33 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare is 25. On the Eden from Deerfield to Exchange is 42. Exchange to Deerfield will be 38. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop is 45 minutes. Back out to Thorndale is 39. The Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan is 42 minutes. Outbound will be 40. On the Bishop Ford, I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 40 minutes, 28 minutes back out to I-80. On the Dan Ryan, 21 minutes to the Loop, 16 minutes to 95th. DuSable Lakeshore Drive is 8 minutes all around. Back again, that's 55th to Jackson, Jackson to 55th. Randolph to Bryn Mawr, and Bryn Mawr to Randolph. Today's weather, it is currently 78 and mostly cloudy. Today, expect a high of 81 and a low of 72. I'm Reese the Ruler. Now let's sit back and throw back with Steve Stone.
Steve Stone.
Yeah. Woo. See, I remember the first day we met, a Thursday night at the club I'll never forget. Do you remember the words that I said? One night in my bed you'll never regret. And you with your your pretty brown eyes, I knew, baby, you would change my life. And you opened up my eyes to see. I'm excited for our future, but I love our history. Let's throw back to the day that we first met. Let's throw back. I never will forget. Let's throw back to when we fell in love. Let's throw back, babe. I wanna throw back, babe. Is it just me? Don't you miss those nights sexing on the beach, playing Isley Brothers in between the sheets? And now we're taking flights from London to Belize, and we're popping bottles, endless shopping sprees. Still sexy as can be. I knew you're still the only one for me. Yeah. I'm feeling lucky as can be. I'm excited for our future, but I love our history. Yeah. To the day that we first met, let's throw back. I really wanna know. Let's throw back. Let's go back. Let's throw back. Let's go. I wanna go. Oh, come on now. We were making love to the first time we last reminisce of the whip. Making love. Come on now. Let's throw back. Oh, all I wanna do is throw it back. That's all I wanna do. Come on now. Let's throw back, babe. I wanna throw back, babe. Let's throw back, everybody. Let's throw back. If you love somebody, let's throw back. Talk about the love. Let's throw back.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie MF and more. Got my guy, DJ Reese, the ruler, in the building. Shout out to Steve Stone Huff, Throwback. You know, I like that song, y'all. I like pretty much all the music that we play. Too bad Ruthie banned old boy Dante. She put him back on the list.
Stop doing that. No, I didn't.
She reminded me why he was on the list yesterday.
No, I didn't. We've been consistently playing Dante.
We're going to inconsistently do it.
Here you go.
It's not on Ruthie. It's
Maze be starting up stuff.
Want to be starting something. You got to be starting something. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
You probably should not do commentary for them basketball games you talking about.
Why?
Because you're going to make people want to fight.
No,
that's the point.
It's hilarious. It's
You gonna make people want to fight.
That's the point.
I went back and looked at it, and it was captioned about me. He starts off, he said, "Really, y'all, what is DJ wearing?"
I'm telling you, I feel like this. Like I feel like I could do some good commentary, some quiet, I think I'm a funny guy sometimes when I'm not the jerk. Because everybody be like, he's a jerk. I hate him.
What's the ratio?
8 jerk, 2 he's cool. But all I need is 2. All I need is my 2 out of every 10. I take it. I would take 2 out of 10 every day, because half the times when the people that be with you, they don't really be with you.
Oh, here you go. About to go to the jerk side.
See? What you mean? I don't be instigating Boosie. I mean,
what's a step further? You be inciting, not instigating. You be inciting.
Somebody said, you know what? A cop said that on my page last week, and she said, when I asked about, is a police officer's life more valuable than a citizen's? She said, this is an insightful post. You are trying to incite. I was like, so what if we was in the street, you would have charged me with, what, mob action?
Ooh.
Right? No, but you see what I'm saying? Like, what was so funny to me was, here is a peaceful conversation that was going on, and the police officer jumped in it and turned it into an insightful situation. It was like, I felt like everybody was talking, she pulled up on the scene, slid over the car, jumped up and was like, you inciting the right.
No, she's supposed to be de-escalating.
Right. She escalated and then went and called back up, and then they was like, this is the most offensive post.
Wait, she called back up. Do you think she used the radio, or she like text up people like, y'all better go to Maze page?
Yeah, no, she was like, she inboxed somebody. Was like,
hey, Maze, what's the police code for go to Maze page? Because he's saying something.
John called.
We got a 1047.
Lisa Cooper, I don't appreciate. See, Lisa Cooper is on here talking smack, talking about I've been doing it a long time. Not a long time. I have not been instigating.
Baddest person hit my hand
first. Oh, remember that? Mm-hmm. I used to do that all the time.
We know. We can
then
tell.
when the baddest person hit your hand and you slap
then
him,
you got to hit the other person.
Yeah. He slapped you.
We hit you.
Yeah.
We was so gullible.
Then the next thing he'd be a fight. I'd be like, dang.
It's crazy how we still fall for that on like a larger scale.
We sure do. They do it to me all the time.
This is John called.
Randy, you got to get you a better internet, man.
Why?
Because Randy be having a whole different experience. I think it's just you, Ruthie, and now you twisting your hair, so he probably just froze himself on you. Randy be having a whole different Facebook experience. He be like, it's froze.
He probably got SBC Global.
Oh.
I'm just playing Randy. I'm just playing.
You know Randy will be up here because you know he your number one fan.
Do you know anybody with SBC Global internet? They still internet?
I got rid of it because it was like a hamster running that joint.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you ever saw that Comcast commercial when they talked about it. They was like, you can get, yeah, but not here. Like, first of do you know? I don't even go there. Anyway, y'all, I'm supposed to talk about the polling results, but I was having a good time talking about all the other stuff we was talking about. I still want to know, do y'all think the mayor going to the funeral tomorrow? Yes. I mean, if she goes, she got to go to the front. Yes, she does. Ruthie, what you think? The mayor going to go and stand in the back? You don't think she going to walk to the front and be...
Incognito. Remember how...
So like, she gonna go incognito like they went to Lollapalooza? Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna bring me one of them Groucho kits and we gonna be like, how the mayor? I'm gonna have me a big nose and a mustache and some glasses and it's gonna be the mayor. I'm gonna be dressed as how the mayor went to the funeral. Ruthie, she can't come incognito. She got like 5 cars. She got a tail car, a front car, and a back car. Then, she got a whole police detail.
She might be a little more inconspicuous. Just pull up in like a Chrysler or something.
A Chrysler? What, a 300? Gotta make her black for real.
Didn't Obama get one? Remember Obama got one?
Did he have a 300?
It was something, yeah. It was, I think when them 300s came out, they looked like them, they looked like something else.
A Rolls Royce?
Yeah.
As Cat Williams say, they look like a Rolls Royce till a Rolls Royce pull up. That was one of the funniest jokes because everybody, when the 300s first came out, everybody's like, man, it looked just like a Rolls Royce from the front. Yeah, man, I got me a 300. Man, when the 300s first came out, everybody was getting a 300.
I think Obama had got one. It was like a thing.
Really?
I don't know why that is like sticking out of my mind. I know I didn't just make that up.
So because he had the Beast. He was the one that got the Cadillac that got the upgrade. Obama tried to get him an Escalade. They was like, no, Mr. President, you cannot get an Escalade. You must stick with the Beast. But I was just thinking, yeah, dang, I forgot what I was saying. I was hanging out with my cousin this morning, and I just think it's crazy though. So anyway, what am I going to talk about? Do we want to talk about? Is she going? I do want to know. Do y'all think she should go? Raise your hand if you think the mayor should go.
Only if the family with it. The family ain't with it.
She is the mayor, but the family wasn't with it when she went to the hospital.
Allegedly.
He was like, no. He was like, I don't want you there.
And what did she say? It was the daddy.
It's my duty as the mayor.
Exactly.
So then she got to go.
But she ain't got to be all up in the front.
So what you gonna be? She on the mayor and sit in the back.
She might just come to the thing today to pay your respects and keep it moving. I don't think she want to make it a spectacle. It's a funeral.
It's the mayor. I'm just saying. She's made everything a spectacle. I'm just saying. It is the mayor. And no, she like one of them defiant people. Like, no one's going to tell me where I can't go. I am the mayor of this city. So speaking of being the mayor of this city, hey, Ruthie. Hey, Reese. WGN, Channel 9, and Emerson did some polling recently. Interesting results came back. Remember when we heard that poll initially and they said them 75% of the people was not with the mayor? And then she was like, I don't believe that. And then they came out with a poll that said she actually had 48% approval rating. Well, apparently, Ruthie, she slipped. Right now, only 42.5% of Chicagoans think the mayor is doing a good job. As compared to 45.9% who disapprove. You got about 10% of the people that's like they don't care. Ruthie, she's sliding. Them seem like Trumpish numbers. Right? Like those seem like Trumpish numbers. And I'd like to be I'd like to know who the 42.5% that are approving of the job that she's doing. Where does the mayor, do you approve of the job that the mayor's doing right now, Reese?
No, not really, but she all right. I'll probably vote.
You just because you took a picture with her, that's why.
Yeah, you know.
Reese got on an Instagram story, so he trying to get some points.
Yeah, me and little Bruno Mars. I mean, me and the mayor took a picture.
Bruno.
She looked like Bruno Mars when she put the hat on, but
no, she don't look like Bruno. Don't play Bruno like that. She looks. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not going to, because then I get in trouble for talking about people's looks. I apologize to Dr. Arwoody for the spray. Fill that in with a spray too. I shouldn't do that. That's not cool. Ruthie, you approve of the job that the mayor's doing? I know you super caper.
It depends on which aspect or which area.
Round it all, put it all together. What's she doing good at? Lying. Go ahead. But no, what she she tell a good lie. And actually, for the day. She sounds very convincing when she lies until the next day. But no, Ruthie, what so you said it depends on, so what's she doing good at? Tell me. Tell me lies.
I think right now she holding the CPS stuff down pretty good. Haven't heard too much upheaval yet.
God, I mean, dang, she had 3 strikes. What else can they do? Okay.
I mean, school about to start back up. You know, it's been relatively kind of quiet a little bit.
Did you notice? I wanted to point out that too, that they are like the mayor's office is trying to push the responsibility of the schools to the interim CEO. And yesterday I was watching, once again, Chicago Tonight, and Jesse Sharkey was like, nah, he's interim. It's all at the mayor's feet. So you think she's doing good with CPS?
I ain't say good. I said we ain't really heard. You know, normally it'll be like battle of the, you know.
Give them a week. They gotta
battle
wait.
Of the
they
egos.
gonna wait. They gonna wait a week. They gonna wait a week. And then right before she ready to go back to school, she gonna be like, the number's gonna jump, and she gonna try and set up a whole new set of rules.
Well, you know that 400 cases per day that we hit was the measurement for them not opening up the schools last time. That 400 per day, I think
that
we
was
had
last time. She lied. See, told you she be lying. All right, so Ruthie, is she doing a good job? What's she doing a good job at?
I just told you, she managing the CPS stuff. That's huge.
Once again, he puts the ball on the rim and Ruthie slaps it away.
That's all I got. I shouldn't say
Ruthie,
that's all I
you
got.
used to be her super caper though. You used to be like, y'all be tripping on the mayor.
Y'all still do. But I mean, some of it's warranted. Some of it's not.
What's not?
You know.
No, tell me what.
Some of it's not.
I don't even talk about.
Some of it's that the mayor ain't gonna be able to win. Like,
you can't win.
We just be looking for a scapegoat for some of this stuff.
No, if she stopped lying, then we wouldn't be like, see, I knew it.
Look, I think
Lollapalooza.
Alderman Bill said it best. If you got to take the good with the bad. So I think that's really what it's about.
So is she getting any good right now? What's good for the mayor right now?
That she ain't really fighting with CPS for real. She done got this police contract through.
They're gonna be letting her have it in about 2 weeks. Ruthie, here goes the Maestradamus. As the numbers rise, the schools are the teachers are gonna be like, hold on. You know how you be every time it's time for you to go back to work, you be like, I don't want to go back to work. Somebody is gonna be like, wait a minute, ain't the numbers? Didn't we already establish this policy? Can you imagine what would happen? First of all, I think if CPS said to the mayor, hey, Madam Mayor, we don't think school should start on time. I think she might literally run down the middle of LaSalle Street pulling her hair screaming. She'd be like, I'm through with this. I'm just done with this. But if you think that the mayor is in a conundrum, check out these numbers. 34% approval, 47% disapproval. Who do you think that is? That is our beloved Kim Fox.
Say the numbers again.
Only 34% approve, 47.7% disapproval. Kim Fox responded and said that solving crime is a complex issue. But most of Chicagoans, 65% of Chicagoans ranked, here are the issues and how they ranked. Number one issue to Chicagoans, crime, violent crime. 44.27% of the people responded that crime was their biggest issue, and 65% of them said that it's enough to make them consider leaving Chicago. The second biggest thing that Chicagoans were concerned about, COVID, came in second place at 12%. So now think about the gap between people in Chicago worried about crime at 44.27%, and then the next most important thing to Chicagoans is COVID, which is scores 32 points lower than the violent crime that's happening in Chicago. See, I feel like we trying to pretend like it's not happening or like that. I think that whether it's the marketing of it through the media or whether it's the fact that people are actually scared, I think it's a real thing that has to be addressed. Now, what's the third most important thing to Chicagoans, you think, in Chicago?
Property taxes?
Schools, which essentially rose the property taxes because we pay all these crazy rates to go to play into these schools, but because we don't have retail in our locations, then it all falls on the homeowners, which, again, that's why you got people paying double-digit property taxes in the poorest communities.
Crime, COVID, and the children. 3 C's.
What's number 4?
Is it another C? Is it economics?
They match. It's a 4 and 5.
Economics.
Healthcare.
Health.
And police reform.
Oh.
Those are the 2 last things that Chicagoans are concerned. And actually, police reform is shrinking and support for the police itself is growing. We saw a tremendous jump. They said they saw a jump after Officer French was killed. 87.1% of the people in Chicago say that violent crime is enough to make them move. But they also say that they feel safe in their own neighborhoods. That was the white people. Who do Chicagoans blame for the crime? 36% of Chicagoans blame CPD for the crime. You know who that is, right? That's the black and brown people. That 26% of the people blame the mayor. 22% of the people blame the state's attorney. It goes to the point of what we were talking about yesterday when Alderman Beal said, you got to take the good with the bad. How do we deal with this crime? Like, what is our perception of crime? Like, is crime real to black people in Chicago? And I ask that because I often hear people saying, oh, it's not a concern, it's not that big deal, etc. But I really do feel like crime is a concern for black people, particularly violent crime. Not property crime. Property crime and all that is not something that people are talking about. Is the violence real in Chicago or is it made up and is it media hype?
I think it's both. We just kind of learn to cope and deal with it.
Is it real out in the streets, Reese? Is the violence in Chicago real or is it media hype?
It's always real. Like, I mean, from my neighborhood that I'm in, is definitely real.
Man, you live in Park Forest. Forest
I'm
Park.
talking about where I grew up.
See, you're not from Chicago, bruh.
This man claim Bolingbrook every day and live 5 minutes down the street. You feel me? So I ain't gonna tell him. But yeah, like definitely in certain areas, you know, you can't go nowhere. Like I remember growing up, and you couldn't be black in Humble Park past like 9 or 10. Like it was for real. Keep going. Don't like no black people in like Humble Park in like certain areas. So I definitely think that in certain areas the violence is really, really real.
Is it? I mean,
we live with it differently. Like we're not as outraged when it happens in our own communities. Because we've become so immune to it.
You think what?
And then what really happens is once they connect it to gang violence, there's another level of like apathy that presents itself. But let it be like a random, like serial killer type of something. Like you get more of a response from stuff like that. But as soon as they throw in gang related or something like that, it's kind of like it's a different sense of, there's less urgency around it. And it's kind of sad to me.
Let me ask. Oh, did y'all see that they want to remove the, I thought I should have talked about this earlier. Did y'all see they want to take down the King Von mural? You know who King Von is, don't you? Mm-hmm. So for those of you that don't know, King Von was from OTF, right? Only the Family. He was violently killed in Atlanta. One of the kings, I would guess, of drill rap. He was part of the Lil Durk crew, right? And then he went on to become, I don't know if he's bigger than Durk, but he was a pretty big dude, right? I remember just pulling up this young man. So it's interesting.
Who want to take it down?
The police.
The police got it.
I gotta ask the question: should it come down? So let's think about O Block. Let's think about the demise. Does that mural? I'm asking. I'm not saying. I feel like, is that what, do we claim that? Like knowing all of the contingents of all of it and everything that's involved and the lives. Like I sometimes feel like we act like we don't know that. I don't know that the drill music scene helps Chicago. I mean, I think it helps make us famous, but famous for what? It makes us infamous. The police want to take the mural down. You know, they've released a series of reports that implicate him in some murders. I think they implicated him in the murder of the Chicago Snoop. You remember, girl? Mm-hmm. The little girl who had 21 bodies. And apparently they said they had video of him shooting her or something to those effects. I'm curious, what are your thoughts on the King Von mural?
Who put it up?
The Mural Project. There was a Latino lady. You know that they're going around putting up these murals around. Now I'm gonna say, I feel like that's gonna make it's a tour. It's gonna become a tourist spot, right? Like people are gonna go there. They're gonna take their Instagram pictures, and it's like, I'm gonna tell you that O Block and what they have done with that brand, regardless of the death and carnage that has come from it, it's international now. O Block is international. Like, I swear to God, I'm sitting in the barbershop in Houston, and these brothers are like, oh my God, King Von, 63rd, you been by 63rd? You, right, that same thing? And I wonder, does that help or hurt our young people? Does it help or hurt Chicago? I wonder. I don't have a judgment on it. I do think that there is a sense that is becoming pervasive among a certain component of our youth that they have no expectation of long life. And they want to see themselves when they go out in a mural. They want to see that, and they see that as some sort of glory or honor, which I'm not tripping either way because I really don't know. But I do ask, are we setting ourselves up for failure? Like, do you take it? If your child says, hey, Dad, take me over to O Block, I want to go take a photo with the King Von photo. That's my man. What do you say? I'm not judging, not tripping. I'm just curious to know, because it's like the black existence is kind of a weird thing, right? So we know that there is death and destruction promoted through this. But at the same time, that death and destruction raised up someone to become, I guess, a millionaire.
But King Von got a new album coming out.
Well, he gonna make somebody else a millionaire.
That's what I'm saying. They already profiting.
And well, they profit off the death.
And they probably had an insurance policy on them. Come on now. This game runs deep with this money and how these corporations basically got our kids out here slaughtering each other.
And that, Brandon, is why. Like I don't. Hero? Was he a hero?
I mean, depends on who you talk to.
What does that hero do to our community? So if that's the hero, is the continuation of that good for us or bad for us? And I would say, Brandon, I thought about the Nipsey Hussle thing. I think that Nipsey Hussle made a transition. Maybe, I don't know, because I ain't really listening to Nipsey. I wouldn't know, oh my God, Nipsey. I could care less. Right? I thought he was, I kind of thought he was a gas station kid. I thought he was Arab when I first saw him. I thought he was kind of like a DJ Khaled.
I think he like half Eritrean or something like that.
Okay.
Eritrean.
I got you. I said, so I don't know that Nipsey Hussle is a hero. I think he might be a hood hero. Right? But I think that hood heroes oftentimes straddle the fence. Hey, y'all. You took your headphones off. Ruthie, I got to go.
I gotta go to work, Maze.
All right, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm going to put that up on social media because I'm curious. Should we have... I don't know, man. It's weird. It's weird because when I listen to Ruthie say all of that stuff, I just don't know who do our kids look. So, Brandon, if he didn't have the time to make the transition, do we glorify what he could have been? Or what he was? That is the question. Go ahead, Reese. I'll let you close.
If it's a Jay-Z mirror up there, if we look about how like people transition, like Jay-Z used to rap about the same, like money. So and now it's like if you put a Jay-Z mirror up, you wouldn't think about that. Now you be like, oh, but all the other stuff before. I believe sometimes people like feeding too much into it. These kids, come from nothing and this is what they use, that they use their voice. What they should really be asking about is why these kids are rapping this. What lifestyle are they living in to make them live and you know what I'm saying, and rap about these things. So I believe it should always stay up, man. That's somebody's memory. Pookie gets shot down the street. We light 12 candles for him, put up 1 million balloons, and every year we send it all. But I mean, why not? So I mean, I think it should stay, and the only people that say to get rid of it is definitely born before 1980, definitely.
Right, I could agree with that, and I think they have a different understanding of who we are, and some of the struggles that we go through. I think I am going to bring this conversation back up tomorrow, because I want to talk about it. I really don't want to be disrespectful, and I really don't want to be having OTF all knocking on the door, none of that. But I do think that it is an interesting conversation because who are the murals? Who would we put on a mural in the black community? And I do think what we're talking about is the potential of what could have been as compared to what you left. It's the Maze Jackson Show. So for Maze and Ruthie and Reese, sometimes Todd, always thinking about our girl Sonia Escobar, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said. All right, Hollywood, we'll see you tomorrow. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We out of here. Peace.
For the black people, for the black people, for the black people, for the black people, for the black people. What's in it for the black people? Let's hear it. What's in it for the black people? Don't fear it. What's in it for the black people? Let's hear it. What's in it for the black people? Don't fear it. For the black people, for the black people, for the black people.